Hello there, hello there, hello there. Welcome back to the Agostino Zinga Show with your host, Agostino Zinga, and this is episode number 883. That is Ocho Ocho Tres with your host, with the mostest, Agostino Zinga, and I'm coming at you live and direct from an undisclosed location somewhere in the depths of East London. How you doing? How you feeling? Great, amazing. How am I? Pretty good, not gonna lie. My mood has definitely been improved, as I mentioned earlier. This is the third time now I'm mentioning it, but I'm gonna keep mentioning it because God Almighty, I was in the doldrums. But my mood has been drastically, greatly improved due to my remonetizations on here. And like I said previously, it's not really because of what people think. Oh yeah, the money, all this malarkey is great, but it's just the idea of being like throttled. You know, the idea of having another thing go bad, another thing go wrong, another fucking spanner in the works, another hurdle. Finally, that's clear, and I'm gonna have some momentum now going forward. And you know, I like a good incentive to carry on working, to carry on churning out the content, to carry on yapping. And what better incentive than to get tiny, minuscule pennies on every flipping video that I upload, especially the clips. You know, my 20 views will finally go somewhere now. My 20 views will finally go somewhere. But yeah, I'm just happy I got it out of the way, to be fair, because at the time I did think it was grossly unfair that I got demonetized in the first place. Now looking back, I don't think it was unfair. If I did get demonetized, most likely I did say something a little bit dicey. I just don't remember because I yap so much that I have no recollection of exactly what I said or what I did that could have got me demonetized. But I'm now a far better person, content creator for it, and I hope to God it doesn't happen again. If it does happen again, it's okay. You know, I prepare for the worst, hope for the best, because I've gone through it already, so I know I can do it. But I hope it doesn't, you know, because I enjoy doing this channel. I enjoy having both of them, and I can apply my strength to both of them. I can apply my strength to this and to random show as well, and not feel like I'm kind of, you know, walking with a flipping limp or walking with one leg. I'm happy with it. I really am. And I'm not gonna lie, my mood has been drastically improved by it. And I think, like most men, I don't really deal with my emotions. You know, I don't really talk about my emotions. I don't really talk about myself too much. I think that's a little bit gay, but I guess the reason why I'm so happy is because maybe deep down I was really sad, but I didn't acknowledge it, you know, because niggas don't get sad, niggas don't cry, niggas don't complain, you know, those things. That's like a tenet. Those are the commandments of being a real ass nigga, and I'm a real ass nigga. You get me? So I I didn't do any of that stuff, but it's no surprise that I'm now way happier. I'm smiling a lot more. And yeah, and I'm thinking it's obviously to do as well with the sun as well in London. It's not super warm here, don't get me wrong, but I've actually got the windows open for once, and it's letting some natural light in to my right hand side here, which is quite nice. And even though I live in a double glazing flat, or I live in a very well insulated flat with really thick double glazing, which can sometimes be the wrong recipe when it's sunny because it turns your apartment into like a greenhouse and it gets incredibly warm. I am liking it regardless. So you know, the curtains are up, the blinds are up, sorry. The windows are clean and the light is pouring through, and I'm smiling. One thing I'm not smiling about though is a text I got earlier today about my rent going up. That's one thing I'm not smiling about. I'm not smiling about my rent going up by 100 quid. It went up 100 quid before. I think when I moved into this flat, I've been here for like 10 years. It was £600 or something, the rent. Now, and then it would, and now it's up to 850. Now I'm paying 850, and the flat that I have is not that impressive. The area that I live in is pretty bad. I live in one of the worst boroughs in London. Definitely one of the poorest boroughs in London. Good transport links, don't get me wrong, but this block is nothing to shout home about. I don't even have a balcony. You know, I'm paying $850 a month and there's no balcony. There's no balcony, no amenities. The concierge downstairs is hardly here, so sometimes your Amazon deliveries get lost. They don't get delivered because the delivery drivers can't get in the building because the concierge isn't downstairs working when they're meant to be working, or they're arriving late. Recently somebody's bike got stolen in the security lockup place that we have, which is weird because the door to it is way out of sight of the main door that you come into. So how somebody knew the code to get in there is absolutely insane, but somebody stole somebody's bike in there. Honestly, it's absolutely crazy that I'm paying £850 for a flat that's pretty basic. And the sad thing about it is that this landlord, you know, has me by the balls because there's no I won't probably get a better place for the money if I went somewhere else, you know. So this one thing, so what it does, I think, the older you get, when you get these sort of price hikes, instead of crying and complaining, what it makes you want to do is be about your money. It makes you want to double down and grind harder to be about your money, so that stuff like this doesn't matter anymore. And it also makes you consider getting on the property ladder. I've never been one to really consider getting on a property ladder, I'm not gonna lie. I'd much rather prefer to get myself a warehouse to do content in and to do little DJ sets in and stuff, because I'd love to do that actually. But, you know, buy or build a warehouse. No, actually, I guess get my own warehouse where I could kind of split it and have it be like a live streaming place, a place where I can record a podcast, a place where I can do interviews with people and invite them around, because I really want to do that. I really want to have like a little warehouse space to get people down and do interviews with them and stuff, because at the moment it's just, you know, I'm just doing it in my flat and stuff, and it's a bit weird inviting people around because I don't invite anyone around and I kind of do stuff on my own. But I would love to get my own space to do that, and obviously split it up and have like a little DJ streaming session or DJ streaming setup in it as well. So half DJ stuff, half podcasting shit. But now that my rent's gone up, I'm actually considering putting it on the back burner and thinking about short-term, long-term getting a property ladder. Because honestly, paying rent is a nightmare, man. Especially when the rent keeps going up. Allegedly, we've got some text about, oh, the rent is going up in line with whatever else is going on in the economy, and this, I don't know what legislation is, whatever. It's just bullshit. They can do what they want, basically. It's their property. If they want to put the rent up by 1,000, by 10 grand, they can do that. It's up to you whether or not you want to pay or not. But I'm considering it. I'm considering really grinding, really getting on my shit, which will probably mean in the short to long term, me having to get a job that I don't like just to stack up the money so I can get on the property ladder, you know? Being that kind of guy. Just working a dead-end job, putting your head down and just fucking stacking the P, which is a sign of maturity in itself, I think. That's a sign of you coming into your adulthood, becoming a grown-up, a responsible grown-up, where you start doing stuff that you don't like for an end goal, whether it's to look after your kids, look after someone ill, look after a loved one, or just get a car, or get yourself a nice flat and pay with it with your own money, and that's it, done. Because this rent thing is absolute BS, honestly. And I want to get to a point where I can buy something outright, not even have a mortgage, like Rago, just drop it, bang. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm probably at that stage now. When I get to a level where I have flipping, you know, Lamborghini Urus money, forget what streamers do, buying an Urus or buying a G-Wagon, I'm taking that P and I'm buying a property, straight up. No more of this rent stuff, man. It's annoying. Every flipping year there's some sort of price hike, and you can't do anything about it because it got you by the balls, you know? So, yeah, man, I sympathize with everybody out there. I'm sure I'm in a far better position. I'm sure there are people out there who are paying far more worse than me in rent. I know I've heard of people who live in like Mile End, Shoreditch, Brixton, Brick Lane, Hackney, who live in, like, you know, let's say trendy areas in London. And I've heard some of these people, some of these guys and girls, I've heard them paying, honestly, hear this. I've heard of somebody who lives in like a cool postcode in London, and they're paying £1,000 a month for a room. They're paying £1,000 a month for a room. You heard that right, a room. And I'm not gonna lie, the room that I saw from my friend who lives in this place, legit, at the end of the bed, that's where the wall is. So it's not even like a big room. Like, you know, there's sometimes you have rooms where you can turn it into like a little bed sit. You can make it a little fucking, you know? No, this is a fucking room. And they're paying £1,000 because it's a good area. Now, don't get me wrong. London's one of those weird places where you don't need a car, so you save a lot of money that way. And if you live in a cool postcode, it's also beneficial because your friends might live in that area. So you kind of save money because you can just walk to your friend's place. You could cycle, get on a bus, jump on a nuke real quickly. And you also have the benefit if you live in a cool area. Most of them, like if you live in Hackney, for instance, like let's say you live in Highbury, Islington, you have all the cool restaurants around you. You have loads of great cocktail bars. You have some clubs. You have some decent shopping and whatever place you can go to for groceries. So it works out pretty okay, you know? But still, £1,000 for a room is still £1,000 for a room. So I can complain that I'm now paying $850, but I'm paying $850 and I've got a flat, so that's decent. But I know people who are paying £1,000 for a room, bro. So I'm not gonna sit here and cry too much because shit out there is fucking tight. I remember when I was DJing in the Alibi. So this was many years ago, but I'm pretty sure it's probably the same. When I was DJing in the Alibi, I remember there was a guy that worked in the Alibi, a bartender who I think at the time, I don't know, we must have been like 22, 23, and he was sharing a room. Like, that's how bad it was in terms of property searching. He couldn't find a place, so he found a property where there was one big room and they split it in two, by just having like a curtain run across. That's what he did. Imagine that. Imagine being a grown up and having to share a room with another person. Like, could you imagine? Especially a guy, like, what the fuck? Like, that room's gonna be a pigsty. It's just, you're not gonna have any privacy or alone time. God almighty. Forget a living room, by the way. Forget a fucking living room where you can kind of go and unwind and chill. That doesn't fucking exist. You know, like, so the London property market is absolutely crazy. It's getting worse for worse. But I guess one of the only silver linings is that a lot of foreign money comes in here and they definitely find properties that they can buy to not live in, right? So if that's the case, that means there's properties available. You just have to have the money to put up for it, you know? But there are properties out there. You can get properties if you've got the money. You can slap something down on a nice new build, on an old Victorian home. They do exist. You just have to have the money for them to move quickly as well. So I think that's my short to long term goal. I'm not gonna lie. Forget, like, you know, I really wanted to fucking get my license and, you know, start driving. I saw the new fucking Tesla Model Y. I was thinking of getting that as a first whip or something, or getting a fucking old, you know, Mark 1 Ford Focus and doing it up and shit. But I think I'm gonna put the driving stuff on a back burner and just start saving up to get a crib, honestly, because this renting, I can't be doing it forever, man. This renting is too much, and I've got this really weird like ego thing, pride thing, where I'm like, because I've lived here all my life essentially, right? Even though I was born in Angola, I came here when I was what, like 3 years old or something. So I'm basically British. I am British, most of my passport. I'm basically English, and I want to show something for it. You know, for my time I've been here, I want to have something, like, for all the toil, for all the shit I put up with, for everything my parents have sacrificed for me and my brothers to live a somewhat better life. I want something to show for it. So I'm going to get a property just for a second. And it could be a really bad investment. It could be a bad idea, but just for the legacy of the Zinger name and to say that we have something, right? The property is important. Honestly, I want to get that. And I probably won't end up living here long term. I could definitely see myself, like, I want to move to fucking Manchester or Liverpool within the year. Probably Manchester, because obviously the club I support is there. But I definitely want to move out of London within the year. So most likely I'm not even going to be here long term. But Jesus Christ, man, 850, you know, like from 750, I thought was a bit of a stretch. Now it's 850. Probably next month or next year, it's going to go up to 950. Like, they're taking the piss, bro. And this flat as well was like, just the other day, the cladding was all fucked up, and there was, you know, you could feel the breeze coming directly into the flat, and they called somebody over to inspect the outside of it with a drone, and then they realized, oh shit, yeah, the thing that you mentioned about it having a hole in the side is real. Well, duh. If I'm feeling the cold and you're feeling the breeze and you're feeling the whole wall that's exposed to the outside cold, of course there's a hole on the outside. So now they've found a hole on the outside, they have to come and do repairs. They have to fucking fix the carpet because the carpet was all smushed up for all the leaking water and stuff. Like, it's been a fucking nightmare recently anyway, last couple of years. And you're hiking up to 850. God almighty, man, honestly. Shit, like, there's not even, I think even the communal area in the flat is still messed up from all the building work. They haven't cleared that up yet. It's not habitable, so you can sit down and have a coffee or a cigarette or whatever else it may be. Like, there's no balcony, like I mentioned before. Like, honestly, horrendous. 850 is a fucking bump. So I definitely want to get on the property ladder ASAP, man. I can't be doing this shit no more, man. Big up Young Old Vibes. Big up Don Dotto Wagwan. Big up Mr. Studio Girl. Even the studio's price is crazy. Yeah, exactly, yeah. The studio prices, like, this, I found twofold. I'm not sure if Mr. Studio Girl is saying the same thing, but I know in terms of studios to record in, they're crazy. Like, I know people who are paying like £300 a month to share a studio space with no walls. It's just like from what I remember seeing, it just looks like a fucking stock room with shelves. So everyone's got like a shelving unit kind of, and that is the way you kind of delineate your different desk and area. So you got a desk and a chair and a shelving unit, and some people have curtains, but some it's just exposed. And it's a quiet studio, so you're not allowed to talk. But I think the person I know pays like, I think £300, and they have it from like, you know, they have it half a day. So they have it for 12 hours a day, and the other person has it for the other 12 hours a day. I know some people who are paying like nearly my rent prices for a room somewhere that's not sound insulated either. So you can't play music while you're doing your art or drawing or anything. It's fucking crazy. So studio spaces like that are expensive, and studio flats are also expensive. Really expensive studio flats. Because a bunch of people, you know, even Gen Z kids, I feel like I don't know why, but I get the feeling, this is just me talking out of my ass. I get the feeling even Gen Z kids aren't on the whole like communal warehouse, let's live together shit. Everybody wants their own space. So even Gen Z kids who are earning like £1,000 a month on retail are willing to spend the majority of their salary on a studio flat if it means that they can live by themselves. Especially if it's a girl, you'd imagine, right? You don't want to be living with some random dudes or whatever. You want to have your own space. So studio spaces are, you know, they are fucking like, they're like gold dust. You know what I mean? Like they're very rare, a studio space. When they come on, when they come available on the market, people snap them up. So it's not as if the studio space, because back in the day, I felt like studio spaces were easier to get because they weren't like 1-bedroom flats or like 2-bedroom flats. They're a little bit more rustic and a little bit more, you know, whatever. But now people are willing to kind of, you know, especially now that everyone's become a little bit more interior design literate due to some Instagram accounts and the popularity of Architectural Digest and just generally interiors. People know how to kind of finagle and fix up a studio flat and make it look a little bit more habitable and nice, so it's not as, you know, put off. So yeah, it's kind of bad at that. It's kind of bleak. But I still think if you have money to spend on rent and to buy a flat, you can still buy a flat. It's a weird market. I think at the top end, there's still properties if you have money to buy it outright, and there's still properties if you have money to spend on rent. Like that flat, I don't know where it's at, but it's this like really fancy doodle flat in South London. There's a couple of them anyway in South London that a lot of Asian students live in, and they've got crazy amenities and shit. I forgot where it's at. I think it's one of those ones that a lot of YouTubers in the UK too, and influencers, once they make money, they go and live there. So like a high rise, it overlooks a River Thames. I think those places, I don't know, the rent on those places is like crazy amount, right? And people pay that, and they're still available. I'm pretty sure it's still available. I'm not sure what the name of it is called. Is it a members only? Is it? I think it's like, let's do most expensive London flat. Is it South London? I think it's somewhere like in Greenwich or something like that. Is it like it? Oh no, sorry, it's an apartment building. I think it's like let me write luxury apartment building. Let's see that. Luxury apartment London. I forgot what it's called. Some girl that I used to know used to live there. I forgot what it was called. It's like a branch of them. There's a few of them. They're called something. And a lot of like Chinese students live there as well. Let me see if I can write that there. Let me see if I say that. Maybe come with Chinese students. Which I also have to talk about as well, because there's a fucking crazy story about some Chinese kid who went and did some madness with some girls. Best private student accommodation. No. Which one is it? It's a particular one that is it the Harrington? Don't know which one it is, but it's a fancy one, isn't it? Is it let's just do Zoopla. Let's do Zoopla. And let me see what Zoopla has, because my god, man, I need to fucking get out of here, bro. Let's see what Zoopla has actually. Let me get this on the screen. Bear with me a second here. I want to see what Zoopla has. But I'm pretty sure maybe I saw it on Zoopla. It was like these weird properties again that are like, and they have like bowling alleys inside. They have like gyms, swimming pools. They have like cinema clubs. It's a pretty fancy place, and I'm assuming a lot of those like fancy Asian bloggers and influencers live there as well. The kind of ones who have like, you know, millions worth of jewelry stacked up in their apartments, just chilling, living the fucking life. So let me see if I can get this up on here. Actually, let me click the rent section on Zoopla, and then let me do. Let's do. How do you do? Is it South London or do you do Greenwich? I think it's Greenwich. I think it might be Greenwich. Just do Greenwich. Because I remember, I'm pretty sure it was like overlooking the River Thames. This thing that I was thinking of. I'm pretty sure, but I forgot what the name of it was. Let's do max price. And I don't know what. Let's do max price. Let's do. Is it gonna come up? Come on, bro. Show me something. Show me something. Are you gonna show me? Nope, it's not gonna show me nothing. Or is it crashed? What's happening here? Bear with me 1 second. I get this to load. Okay, cool. Now it's loading. Are you loading for me? Are you loading? Okay, cool. There you go. Let's see what you can get in terms of max. Let's see. Let's do two. No, let's do. Yeah, what one for this? Okay, let's do one bedroom, and let's do max price. Per month, I'm assuming if you're a fancy student, you're probably paying like $5 a month in it. Let's do $5. Let's see what they're showing for $5 a month. This is a crazy amount of money to pay for rent, but let's see what they're saying. Greenwich, one bedroom, $5 a month. Let's see what we're saying here. I forgot the building name, but it was a particular name. I don't think they have it here, don't it? Reminder House in Greenwich. Fucking hell, bro. So if you've got $5 to spend, you could get what? What's that? Property of the week. Of nearly 2,800 per month. You get 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. Honestly, it's preposterous, isn't it? Imagine spending nearly $3 a month on rent. God almighty. I know people are doing it, but oh my God. 3,000 on rent. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. There's one here. There's a 1-bedroom flat here in Greenwich for 1,900. What a literal 1-bedroom flat. I don't know about all of that, man. I really don't know. God bless anybody out there doing that, and God bless anybody out there that can afford that sort of stuff. That means you're doing fairly well in life. But surely there has to be another way. Surely there has to be another way. This can't be it. This can't be the only way to live. There has to be another way to live, because £2,800 on rent per month is just astronomical, man. Legit astronomical, honestly. I don't even think I've earned that in a month in a job ever. The closest I've got to it is like 2,000 one time. The closest I've ever earned is 2,000 from a fucking full-time job. So imagine having to pay. Like, I don't even know what kind of salary a month would make sense to pay 2,800 and rent. I guess you'd have to make like 10 grand for it to make some kind of sense. Maybe. Let me quickly scan through these pictures. What's it looks like? The walls are terrible, by the way. The grey walls are terrible. I want to switch those up and paint those white immediately. Obviously, it's nice. It's got like a 360 balcony thing going on, which is kind of decent. Oh no, it's just one balcony. Sorry, it looks a bit deceptive. It's just one balcony thing. All of the windows face the outside. I guess that's quite nice. I'm not gonna mind. That's actually quite nice for the light and shit. But I'll definitely need to switch up the paint colors on the walls and even the cabinets. It feels too dark. But yeah, that's not a great flat for 2,800, isn't it? That doesn't look how narrow the hallway is. That looks so meaty, innit? That looks so meaty. Don't get me wrong, great views, but it looks so meaty for 2,800. Like, look how cramped that bedroom is. Get that cabinet out there. Look at the little room. I couldn't fit in that bed. My feet will be touching the fucking cabinet here. That is so meaty. Is that the other room? Okay, this is the second room, which is maybe a little bit bigger in terms of length-wise, but I still don't think it is, because I think it's those deceptive telephoto wide-angle lens camera things that they do. So I'm not sure if it's even that big. And there's a weird, what's that thing there? There's a weird like sort of thing that you can sit down next to the window. I don't know what that's about though. There's a little cubby here next to the bed. I don't like that. I don't know what that's about. There's a little cubby next to the bed that looks like the window. So if you're on your side girl shit, you can do that. Let me see what does the shower and the bathroom look like. Yeah, I'm not that impressed, man. Yeah, the property market. Okay, there's concierge. There's a gym. So there's a concierge that actually works there, and there's also a gym that looks like a hotel gym. Looks a bit shit, to be fair. Just full of machines. It looks a bit wanky. Yeah, I'd rather go to an actual gym. And there's I guess conference rooms where you can maybe take meetings and whatever else it may be. But it doesn't look that great, man. Property market in London is not too fancy, not too good. Let's quickly take a look at this one. This one's 2,200. This is again in Greenwich, Reminder Lane. Let's see what this one looks like. Is this a bit better? Okay, that balcony's a little bit nicer. It doesn't face out into the river, unfortunately. It faces out into like a communal sort of area where all the fats face, which is a bit lame. I'm not like that too much. It's not really much of a view. Nice kitchen, better with the white cabinets. Better living space with a kitchen area. I like the layout of this a lot more better, to be fair. The bedroom still is very small, I think so. And the second room is even smaller, Jesus Christ. But I guess you could turn that into a studio. And the bathroom is okay. It's still preposterous though. 2,200 in rent. God bless everybody out there paying the big rent prices. God bless you. I couldn't do it. I freaking couldn't do it. Talking about rent and talking about university students, talking about Asian students, talking about the Chinese. Have you guys heard of this story? Fucking crazy, wild story. So this is courtesy of the BBC. It's also been covered in The Guardian and a few other places, so I'm sure some of you have seen this. But there's this PhD student called Zhenhao Zou who raped a bunch of girls in the UCL, London, here in London. And they're saying that he raped 10 women, but it could be far more because they're alleging that a lot of the women who did get raped by him probably haven't come forward or are ashamed to come forward and won't ever kind of put their name to it. But it's probably far more than 10 people that he might have raped. And he's finally got caught the other day. Absolutely crazy. Let's go to the BBC. It says, depraved and cowardly, a rapist may have attacked 50 more women. So they've got him for 10, but they're saying it could be 50 plus. Wow. When he was arrested on January 2024, serial rapist Zhenhao Zou was living on a 39th floor of an expensive block of London flats with views across the city. The PhD student from China, who had been studying in the University College of London, one of the most prestigious colleges in London, was paying more than £4,000 in rent per month, right? Police found his bedroom had been equipped with hidden cameras, discovered a wardrobe stocked with alcohol, ecstasy, and industrial chemical that the human body turns into date rape drug GHB. He had a pipette for carefully measuring doses of the liquid form. But detectives also found 1,277 videos on his electronic devices. At least some were filmed by Zou, showing him raping unconscious women. The footage has been filmed in both the UK and China. Police were able to charge him with multiple assaults on women in both countries, including rapes of women who had never come forward and never been identified. He'd been raping women in China and women here. So can you imagine the numbers? They must be north of 100, especially if he's got 1,277 videos. It's unlikely these are just like loads of videos of like 5 people. They're probably split across like 100, if not more than that. Absolutely horrifying, man. This is a video of him getting arrested.
Hello, sir. You Mr. Zou by any chance?
What's your name, sir? Zhenhao. Pardon? Zhenhao.
And your surname?
Huh?
And your surname?
Family name, Zou.
Pardon?
Zou.
You got any ID on you at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you show me your ID, please, just so we can confirm who you are?
Him pretending to fucking not speak English. You see how he immediately went into trying to pretend he doesn't understand English. You're a PhD student in the UK, bro. You understand English. Stop fucking around.
That doesn't. Is there anybody else in?
I saw it was done.
Sorry? Say that again?
I remember months.
Okay, sir, I'm arresting you on suspicion of rape, okay? Because it is alleged that on the 14th of...
Oh, I guess he was saying I thought it was done. I'm assuming they spoke to him prior about what happened, and he probably thought he cleared his name. That's why he's surprised to see them there. I'm assuming. That's why I said I thought it was done. I'm assuming. Maybe I'm mistaken. But his apartment is also a mess, by the way. No surprise.
Of November last year, you have vaginally raped a female at this address, okay? You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Your arrest is necessary for a prompt and effective investigation, okay? Your time of let me finish. Your time of arrest is now 1:53. Come on, come out so I can check the
just allow something cover here.
Can I?
Want a jacket or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that. If you shuffle out, shuffle out.
What a piece of shit. And again, man, big up all the brave women, because all it takes is one woman. Similar to what happened in the comedy scene when Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen and all those guys were running amok and doing a nonsense and bullying fucking other comedians and being fucking cunts and flexing the fact that they were friends with Rogan on other comics and making them feel less than. It actually took women, Kalila and fucking Ann Liederman, to be specific, to call them out, and it blew up everything. Obviously, the Ann Liederman thing was more to do with him allegedly telling her to walk him to his truck and shit, but it took women to stand up to someone in order to kind of blow it out in the open and expose all the madness. So big up to the ladies, whoever they are, 1, 2, 5 of them, who were brave enough to actually go to the police, because this guy was getting away with it forever. If he was back home in China, most likely he would have got away with this forever. You know, when it comes to like tradition, when it comes to family values, when it comes to not wanting to bring shame upon your family. I'm assuming most of those girls had those things going in on their head, whether it's going to disturb their own studies, if they were going to be looked upon badly in the community because maybe this kid comes from a very well-to-do, affluent, influential, you know, family who are maybe associated with the CCP. All those things are happening, right? You're probably, so many things are going through your head, plus just whatever you heard. Normally, I think we've all heard of how troubling and traumatic it is for women to go through giving evidence when it comes to sexual assaults, when it comes to harassment, when it comes to rapes especially, and suggesting yourself to a rape kit and trying to relive in the trauma in order to give an accurate description of what happened. All those things can affect a woman's ability to kind of come forth, give evidence to put someone away. So sometimes the people quote unquote get away with it, it's not because they were innocent, it's because there's not enough women willing to kind of put themselves through that turmoil to put somebody behind bars. But the ones that are brave enough to do so, they deserve a big round of applause, because you never know how many future assaults, how many future rapes they may have stopped because they were brave enough to confess what happened, to admit what happened, and to report it, and obviously follow through. Because that's all it took. I bet you it took one or two brave women within that community to finally say, you know what, enough is enough. I have to report this motherfucker, and now he's going down, because this is crazy, bro. Because I'm just imagining, most likely, if this is a PhD student doing his thing, most likely the numbers are going to be 100 plus. Especially coming over, you know, you're living outside of your parents' houses, you're away from their control, you're maybe a little bit more loosey-goosey and free with how you live and do your life. Maybe you're dating a little bit more. So most likely you are probably interacting with a bunch of people. You may be going to certain student parties, student raves and shit. Different, you know, maybe even your building has single nights. You just imagine the amount of times he's encountering women of the, you know, people of the opposite sex, and, you know, in a sort of dating fashion. And you could definitely see the numbers being north of 100. Absolutely crazy, crazy work. The article continues. During his trial at the Inner City Crown Court, jurors had to watch footage found on Zou's devices of 9 of the rapes. Zou, now 28, claimed he had been sleeping with 5 different women a month and taking cocaine, ketamine, ecstasy, and what he called liquid E, the date drug GHB. He admitted that he had 7 sex with unconscious women was one of his fantasies, but he claimed the women in the videos on his phone and cameras were acting, helping. He claimed to bring his rape fantasies to life in exchange for money and gifts. Fucking wild. It's also kind of wild and kind of shows, right, how different gravy these people are, especially some of these Asian students, because this guy was somehow studying for a PhD while being a party boy. I don't know how he was doing it, right? At my peak of going out there and getting through the packets, you know, I couldn't fucking record. I couldn't record streams. I can't fucking get out of my bed. I can't read books. I can't watch TV series. And this kid is somehow still able to, you know, conduct his PhD studies. Like, while he's doing a cocktail of cocaine, ketamine, ecstasy, and fucking GHB. Absolutely built different. Absolutely built different. For all the wrong reasons, okay? All the wrong reasons, but definitely built different. However, the jury ultimately decided that he was a serial rapist who had been drugging young women and filming their attacks. Zou has now been found guilty of 11 rapes of 10 different women, 2 of whom identified, and another 8 who have yet to be traced across 2 different countries. The detectives say they fear they fear he may have raped as many as 50 more women. This man may well turn out to be the most prolific sexual predators that we've ever seen in this country. This man may as well turn out to be the most prolific sexual predators we have ever seen in this country, says Commander Kevin Southworth from the Metropolitan Police. God almighty. What an insane thing to say. Of all the sexual assaults we have in the UK, and there's been a ton of them, we have, you know, we're home of the diddlers, unfortunately. We're home of the rapists. For all of those that we've had over the years, this one fucking PhD student might be the highest one. I remember there was actually one dude, I think there's a dude who was raping guys who was also Asian, if I'm not mistaken. Was he Asian as well? Yeah, I think he was Asian. So these Asian students, man, these Chinese students, they don't fuck around, man. They look a little bit like, you know, docile and whatever and geeky and dripped out in their expensive designer, shuffling their feet around, you know, spending money in places they probably should be spending money in. But these guys they're not as placid as you think they are. Honestly, it's kind of crazy because I do remember, I think it was a guy, I'm pretty sure it was a guy that got, I think it was in Kent or something, and I think he was doing it all on Grindr, and he eventually got done as well. Machiavellian individual. Many of the women he raped were completely unconscious. One, who we are calling Miss L, said she woke up to find Zou raping her before she drifted back into unconsciousness. Another, who we're calling Miss N, only discovered Zou had secretly filmed himself raping her when detectives found the video in his flat 8 months after she was first reported. I think it's devious and Machiavellian individual. He said Zou would meet women socially, or through social media, and then take them back to his flat where he would ply them with drink laced with drugs. He would commit these sexual assaults while they were incapacitated, possibly even while they were asleep and completely unaware. I wonder, right? And I think as a woman, you have to be careful about this. I wonder how many guys are out there. This is just coming into my head right now. How many guys out there are like casually raping women? And when I mean casually, I mean like they have like GHB at home, and when they invite a girl back at home, just to kind of ease the fucking thing forward, because maybe they're not, you know, they're not confident in their own skills of like seduction, they lace their drink with a bit of something. I wonder how many guys do it in a quote unquote casual way, thinking it's nothing bad, thinking it's just them trying to give themselves every chance to get across the line. It's quite sick if you think about it. Can you imagine the amount of women who have woken up thinking, hold on, there's something, and they lie about it. You know the kind of guys that lie about it? The kind of guys that will invite you back, give you drinks, you have no idea it's laced, you take it, you're not out, they take advantage of you while you're out, but then you wake up feeling like something happened, but then they lie and say nothing did happen. But you feel something did. I wonder how many guys are out there doing that on like a casual, every week basis. You gotta be careful, bro. Like, honestly, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You can't literally, like, I think if you're a dude, you can't take it personally if a woman is very hesitant about coming back to yours. You can't take it fucking personally if they're hesitant to accept your drinks, or they want to pour their own drink, or they want to be there while you're pouring drinks, or whatever else it may be. You can't take it personally. Because, I don't know, if it was me and I was a girl, I'd be so dubious about going to anyone's house. Maybe I'd invite you back to mine, right? But it would take a while, you know? You have to be very careful about who you invite into your space, very careful about where you go, if you go back to that person's space, very careful about what drinks you take, because I feel like, I don't know why, but I have a feeling like this whole GHB date rape drug thing is a lot more prevalent than people know. I feel like a lot of dudes do this. Like, a lot of guys are out here, like, quietly spiking girls' drinks just to kind of help them get across the line to go to third base and shit. And girls are waking up in like a dreary, misty fucking haze, feeling like they got taken advantage of. Like, oh, I think I got raped. I think something happened. The guy's like, no, I swear, nothing happened, man. We just chilled, we hung out, we made out a bit, but I didn't fuck you. It's like, no, I felt like, I mean, like, you can definitely feel it. A woman can definitely feel that sort of stuff. I have a feeling that's the case. I don't know why, but something tells me that this is a bit more prevalent than what it seems. God damn it, man. I hope not, but something tells me. And this is a picture, I guess, of the GHB bottle that he had in his room. God almighty. It's basically full from what it looks like on here. God almighty. Inside Zou's flat, police found a bottle of liquid used to drug women along with the pipettes to measure it out. And there's a pipette people use. I've seen this in clubs. I've always wondered how people get fucking GHB bottles in clubs, by the way, because I've seen people with bottles like this in clubs. In nightclub toilets, I'm not going to name which clubs they are, but you know the ones I go to. I've seen guys with this bottle in toilet cubicles. And I've seen guys with pipettes. So it's always funny whenever I get, and I think, you know, I guess security at clubs is almost like when you go through security at fucking airports and stuff. They're usually going to be, you know, aiming towards guys, black guys, brown guys, people with beards. But if you're a certain complexion, you'll probably get away with it. Because I've always wondered, how am I getting searched, like, extensively, intimately, and I might have, like, a little, you know, cheeky baggie somewhere, but nothing crazy. And niggas are coming into fucking clubs with whole bottles full of liquid GHB and pipettes. And they get in. How are they getting those in? How did they get those in? Huh. Article continues. Zhu, who comes from Dongguan City in southern China, close to Hong Kong, grew up in a wealthy family who owned several properties in China. Wow. I bet this also might be the reason why these girls haven't reported him. I would assume, even though most Chinese people don't know each other, I would assume it's probably different for the wealthy ones. And I'm assuming it's different also for the ones that come and study abroad. There's probably like some sort of like, maybe an app, maybe some sort of thing they use to communicate. But there's definitely a sort of, I would imagine, like a network of like affluent Chinese students who kind of all know each other, especially if their parents work in the same business or they all work for the CCP. So for sure, I would imagine that probably played a part in them probably being worried about reporting it, because they know he's very, you know, he comes from a wealthy family. They have a lot of clout back home and power, respect. Maybe they've off-the-com people, you know. Jesus Christ, man. Zhu comes from Dongguan City in southern China, close to Hong Kong, and grew up in a wealthy family who owned several properties in China. Were able to afford the hefty fees for his higher education in the UK. His nickname was Paco, the name some women he later raped knew him by. Paco as in like is that Paco as in the breadcrumbs? Is that his name? His name is Paco as in the breadcrumbs. So what, like he sticks to you? Is that his name? Is that like a nickname for being sticky? Or being crumbly or crispy? I thought that's Paco, innit? Or is it Panko? I think it's, no, I think it's Panko. I think it's Panko I'm talking about. It's not Paco. But anyway, regardless. At the age of 20, he moved to Northern Ireland to finish the final 2 years of his mechanical engineering degree at Queen's University, Belfast. Yeah, exactly. So he moved, he was living in Northern Ireland studying there. And he opened the door and speaking like he couldn't speak any English. Get out of here, bro. You can speak English. You're just trying to fucking put the fucking police officers off. In September 2019, he then moved to London to study a master's in mechanical engineering at UCL, but then returned to China in the following year during COVID-19 pandemic. While there in November 2020, he used an obscure messaging app to download what amounted to an instruction manual on how to date rape young women. What's an obscure messaging app? I guess they mean Telegram, right? That's not obscure. Telegram's pretty big. It's got a big user base. From what I've heard. One advert police found on his phone had the words "effects guaranteed" splashed across pictures and sleeping with naked women. Oh my god. There are people selling GHB on Telegram under the guise that it's perfect for you to fuck girls if girls are asleep. Huh? Yo, this is dark, bro. I'm sorry to start the podcast like this, people. Wherever you're at, if you're eating, drinking somewhere, I'm really sorry about bringing the mood down. I didn't know it was going to be this dark. Oh my god. People are advertising GHB as the perfect drug to knock women out so you can fuck them. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. On his telephone, police found 7 videos of him raping women in China. They were referred to in courts as female B, C, D, E, F, and G, H. 5 of the women looked completely unconscious in the videos. One female G appeared to wake briefly while Zou was raping her, but struggled to maintain consciousness. Female H could be heard snoring. Snoring. No, you're sick, bro. You're sick. You're sick, man. You're sick. You're sick. To be fair, anyway, I think most guys have known dudes. Most guys have known of dudes who do this, who are like into going to raves and getting girls fucked up on booze and then trying to bring them back home. And I've always thought of those guys as weirdos. I'm not going to lie. More so because those guys are also very egotistical and proud about their accomplishments. Those type of guys that are like boast. Oh yeah, I smashed this girl, smashed that girl. Like, bro, how can you boast about this link when she was drunk? Like, that's not a win. I don't know, maybe it was me and my friends growing up, but part of the satisfaction of like hooking up with somebody was the idea that you hooked up with somebody that was fully conscious, you know? You hooked up with somebody that was a fully functioning adult, that you somehow convinced into letting them kind of, letting you touch them, you know? But there was no honor in like fucking somebody who was asleep, who was fucked up, where the lines were blurred. It was no honor in that whatsoever. And I always thought those guys was weirdos. And now I've been proved right, because as you get older, you'd imagine those same guys who are up for, yeah, man, going home with someone when they're drunk and not just putting the person in an Uber and sending them home and shit and making sure they're safe. No, just going out of your way to take advantage of them. Those will be the same type of dudes who are going to spike a girl's drink with GHB so she's unconscious so they can fuck them. That's the same type of weirdo. That's a fucking gateway to fucking raping. I don't care. Any guy out there, I'm gonna draw a line in the sand. Any guy out there who goes out their way or doesn't put a girl that's smashed in a cab home and just tell her sayonara and check about them later and buy text in the morning and stuff and follow through with it, you're a borderline rapist. You are. That's like a entry. That's like a doorway entry to doing that sort of madness. I don't care. Because no guy with actual game is taking that as a win or seeing that as a good thing. You are definitely suspect if you go out of your way to fuck drunk girls. I'm not gonna lie. Another woman, female D, was unconscious when the rape began, but came around and repeatedly told Zou, please no, while trying to fight him off. Oy, oy, oy. The videos were so disturbing to the judge, Rosina Cottage made sure that the jurors watched them as little as possible. Detectives have not been able to track down the woman in China. Of course not. They won't be able to. They're not going to ever come forward, ever. Like, it's fortunate that he came to the UK. It's obviously harrowing that he had to abuse more people. But I think because he came here, the women that live here are a bit more empowered and probably feel a little bit more independent. So they went forward and reported him. But if he would have continued doing this in China, he would have probably got away with it, especially with his family connections and stuff. But I think the women here are the ones that did him justice, and put him behind bars gladly. And look at him sitting in the fucking interview room with a Louis Vuitton top on. Fucking hell. That's probably his he's like laying around jumper. He's laying around clothes, right? The only like basic thing he had was an LV jumper that probably cost £1,000 plus. God almighty. This is him getting interviewed.
How many videos do you have?
你总共有多少条片他拍的？
No comments.
How many victims are there?
有多少个受害人？
No comments.
How long has this been going on for?
No comments.
你这些所为进行了多长时间？
No comments.
I wonder who helped him get the lawyer. I wonder if it was his parents. I wonder who helped him get the lawyer, man. Absolutely crazy. Yo, big up the stream chat. Apologies for ignoring you guys. Oh, big up Ashley Cummings. Well gone. Big up Auntie Ashley Cummings. What's good, my G? What's good? What's good, my girl? Love you more. Big up Ashley Cummings in the chat. Appreciate you. Big up Radio Shaman also in the chat. Big up Radio Shaman. He was definitely Chinese. I reported one in 2019. Oh, apologies to hear that, Ashley Cummings. And the cop tried to make me not. He basically threatened me. He definitely had a penis the size of a grain of rice. Jesus Christ. Sorry to hear that, Ashley Cummings. Until Padman feel like an Asian cop did him. I know to himself. Big up Auto Mech. I wonder how many people he drugged and robbed also. Yeah, the robbery. Yes, that's a good point, Audio Mech. Sorry, Auto Mech. That's a really good point. Yeah. The robbery thing is also a thing, isn't it? Going back to the girls' homes, lacing them with fucking GHB and then, you know, sneaking out with their fucking Birkins and stuff. I'm sure that happens too. So if you're an Asian girl out there and you're bringing guys back home, just make sure you pour the drinks and always take your drink with you when you go into the toilet. Don't fucking play no games. It's mad you have to do that, you know, when you're dating, when you're seeing somebody, when you're just living life and shit. But, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. Big up Mr. Studio Girl. Straight weirdos be trying to get women drunk to make a move. Exactly, Mr. Studio Girl. You know exactly. Like, that's never a win in my book. Never a win. Never a win. I'd rather get rejected a million times the normal way than fucking make out randomly with somebody because they were super smashed. No, it doesn't work that way. That's actually an L. It doesn't look good on anyone's part. And also, you don't want to, because even if it works out, you don't want a person regretting doing it with you the next day either. Do you know what I mean? You don't want them to have like, you don't want them to have like fucking, you know, post drunk make out clarity in the morning and then fucking be grossed out by your presence or the mere mention of your name. So why not fucking put yourself in the good books by sending them back home in an Uber and trying again next time? Maybe if it works out, you know, it's not a bad thing. But some guys just you know, some guys are out there are creepos. Big up Mr. Bob. If I know you doing stuff when the girl's asleep, it's on site. Definitely gonna be a problem. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't associate people that do that shit anyway in the first place. But yeah, you're right. Definitely is on site issue for sure. It continues. Although some of these victims were raped in China, Zou could be put on trial in the UK because he was a resident here. Syra Pike from the Crown Prosecution Services said it was important to bring the justice of the non-women's So of these unknown females who could be seen raping in the videos. It's really important that we fight for them. I was determined to go forward with that and not to use the fact that we couldn't identify the females as a deterrent for getting justice for them. But Zou did not rape any women. Zou did not only rape women in China. So they actually want to bring the charges for everything here. I'm surprised he didn't run away. I'm surprised they found him, I'm not gonna lie. Because it sounded like when they opened the door, he wasn't that shocked to see them. And he was surprised more so that they came back because he answered questions previously. So I'm surprised he didn't run straight away after the first questioning, you know? They're probably fortunate. Or maybe what they might have done, they might have taken away his passport. Or maybe he would have got flagged if he tried to go back. But I'm surprised he didn't try and make a run for it. Really surprised. Two of the most distressing videos show a rape of female A at Zou student accommodation in Bloomsbury, central London. Police have never been able to establish who female A is, and it's unclear if she was raped before or after Zou's trip to China during the pandemic. At the start of the first video, female A can be seen unconscious, but woke and pleased with Zou to stop. She said, "I hate you," she could be heard saying. "It's pointless," Zou replied. "The sound installation here is very good." God almighty. It's pointless, the sound installation is very good. The second video is similar. Both had been filmed on a tiny spy cam the size of a thumb, placed on a shelf on the other side of the room, which unfortunately now you can get for fairly cheap online. They're obviously used for like home security, but if you want to do nefarious things, those tiny spy cams are so cheap nowadays. The second video is similar. Both had been filmed on a tiny spy cam. When detectives first found the videos, they could not extract the sound. At first, Zou insisted the women in the video were fully consented to sex, but just before the trial, detectives managed to recover the sound, showing female A was clearly under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and she was begging him to stop. Wow, how did they do that then? I didn't know that. They have tools to do that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I guess it's part of the metadata. I guess if it was recorded with sound and you strip it away, I guess with the metadata you can restore the sound. I didn't know that was possible. That's fucking awesome, man. Because I guess he could have argued if all his videos were mute, he could have argued it was all consensual. And it's hard to prove it's not based on the video, you know? Zou then changed his story, telling the jury that it was a rape role play and the young woman had been acting. Zou is plainly a depraved and cowardly individual who's preyed on his victims and survivors in the most despicable way. Who's preyed on his victims? Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Okay? That's the recording device, right? That's the thumb camera. Police have never been able to trace female A. However, two women did give evidence against Zou at trial. Miss N, a young Chinese student, described how she first met Zou in May 2023. He had been helping her with maths. A few days later, they both went to a party at another flat in his luxury block, the Uncle Building. Okay, maybe that's it. Let's see this. The Uncle Building. Let's see if we can find out on Zoopla. Uncle Building, Zoopla. Let's see. Absolutely wild, man. Solidarity to all the women who came forward, man. Absolutely incredible that they came forward the way they did. Okay, let's see here. I want to see what these flats look like. I think this is what I was thinking of. I think these are the flats where a lot of like Chinese students specifically live, and they're very fancy. They're usually full of glass and fake marble and really ornate fucking gold fucking vases and shit and all that sort of nonsense. And they're really expensive rent per month, but they overlook the River Thames, which everybody seems to love, which, you know, it's a bit nasty, the River Thames, but people seem to love looking at the River Thames. I'm pretty sure that's the one I saw a lot of people renting. So let's see here. Yeah, Uncle Building. Okay, cool. So there's the Uncle Building there. Okay, the flats don't look that crazy. They look a little bit, you know, it's not that crazy. It's not that crazy, but let me see here. Uncle Building, right? There's a 3-bedroom flat here and a 1-bedroom. Let's see what the 1-bedroom flat looks like. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me see the 1-bedroom flat looks like. Yo, big up David Guerrero. Yeah, yeah, exactly. What a start. Indeed, what a start. I thought, let me ref up the podcast. Let me start the stream. Let's get through some of these stories that I found on the internet that I found quite interesting. And I'm not going to lie, I did kind of do a cursory glance at the story and find out what was going on, but I wasn't aware of the entire details. And the entire details are a little bit more harrowing than I first imagined. So I do apologize to people who were, you know, expecting something a little bit more soft for the start. But hey, let's get through this and highlight the story because I think it's important to share with how crazy it is. So let's actually look at this bit. What's this one? This is a 1-bedroom flat. Wow, that's a lot of money, isn't it? £1,899 per month for a 1-bedroom flat. Uncle Wembley. Can I view some pictures? Okay, cool. I guess is that the main? That's kind of a big flat, isn't it? It's a big living space. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the fucking concrete slab tube thing in the middle of the room. Not gonna lie, but that's a nice big room space, opening area. I guess you got a living room, dining area. There's the bedroom here. Nice little. Oh, there's a balcony. That's lovely. A nice balcony there that looks quite big for what it is. It's not overlooking the river or anything. Nice bathroom. Yeah, it's a decent size. It's a decent flat, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. For what it is, it's a decent flat. 1 bed, 1 bath, but £2,000, £2,000 for a 1 bed, 1 bath is fucking insane, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. 2,000 is pretty crazy. Let's look at the 2 bed. The 2 bed is also pretty standard layout in terms of what it looks like. The second room also looks out to a balcony. I just want to see, what does the Uncle building look like? Uncle building, Wembley. What does it actually look like on the outside? That's pretty mad, isn't it? Like how much they're paying per month. But I've also heard, I don't know if you guys have heard this, by the way. There's a story that I read online about some Chinese students who come to the UK, especially to study. They have to pay crazy amounts of tuition fee. I think tuition fee for Asian students is somewhere between 25 to 30 grand per year. And allegedly, some of them are coming over to, you know, facilitate money laundering for their families back home, because there's only a certain amount of money you can send abroad every year as a Chinese citizen. I think it's like 50 grand or something. So some of them are engaging in some nefarious things, like racking up a bunch of credit card debt and then running back home to China and not paying it back. Have you heard that? That's like a thing that's been happening. It's rampant within Chinese students. Like, that's why some of them are so dripped out. They just rack up a bunch of credit card debt, and because they're only here for 3 years or whatever it may be, or to study, if they graduate, they graduate. If not, they just like skip out and don't pay back the fucking debt. It's kind of wild. I kind of fuck with it, but that might explain why a lot of them look like, you know, all they do is shop on fucking, you know, all they do is shop in luxury stores and shit. All they do is shopping. Everything they buy is from Selfridges, you know, Selfridges, Harvey Nichols and shit. So this is the Uncle building. I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of depressing. The Uncle building kind of looks like the building in Dread. You know that main building in Dread where they go to fucking investigate the fucking thing that happened with the drug dealer lives at the top. This building looks like that building from Dread. It looks very depressing, very brutalist. Yeah, loads of squares and shit. Doesn't look very nice. I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't look very nice. Doesn't look very appealing. But I'm assuming everybody knows how much it's priced, and it feels probably nice walking in there, feeling like you've paid a lot of money for your flat. Maybe it's good to network and shit, but it doesn't look nice on the outside. It looks very, very depressing. Very, very depressing. Anyway, going back to the article. Miss N, a Chinese student, described how she first met Zhao in May 2023. He had been helping her with maths. A few days later, they both went to a party at another flat in his luxury block, the Uncle building in Elephant and Castle. After the party, he persuaded her to go back to his flat, where he piled her with drinks. The court heard that Zhao then dragged her into his bedroom, where he raped her. Dragged her, you know? Jesus Christ. Some of their first conversations in the flat were recorded on spy cam beside the bed, which was triggered by a motion sensor. Finish the drink, Zhao kept saying to the video. Finish the drink, it should not be wasted. Wow. Wow. I don't know about you, bro, but if I was a woman and any person that I'm dating, seeing, repeatedly told me to finish a drink, I'm pouring that drink out on the floor right away, slapping them and running away. That should be a trigger. That should be a red flag. If a guy is telling you repeatedly, hey, finish a drink, finish a drink, finish a drink, that should give you cause for concern. That should give you major cause for concern. Because that's not normal. That is not normal in the slightest. Finish your drink. What? What do you mean finish my drink? What the fuck are you talking about? Miss Ed does not remember much after drinking the large glass of vodka. She reported that the rape to the police soon afterwards, but unsure of the law, she says discouraged by the officer's responses, including a poor translation of her 999 call, she decided not to pursue the allegations. Oh no. God bless Miss N. God bless her, man. Fucking hell. Probably felt like she was being made to feel dumb. What did you mean? Can you repeat that again? Like, it's weird though. We live in London, isn't it? It's weird we live in London and police dispatch don't have like on hand somebody who can translate, especially from the Chinese people who can translate what they're saying, so that when they're reporting a crime, it doesn't go unheard. It's so odd, isn't it? Considering how many Chinese people are around or live here, there should be somebody at least who can understand basic Chinese, who can kind of guide through the process, or maybe make them feel comfortable and tell them, hey, please come in to the station and we'll have somebody here that can translate. It seems odd that that's not the case. Metropolitan Police have said it was regretful. Victims did not get the best translation. There is undoubtedly some learning from the first response. Some learning, you know? That's a fucking understatement, you motherfucker. Because imagine if the person got away with it because of this. They've made you feel dumb. They didn't follow through with the fucking complaint or with the fucking, you know, allegation. And them done. It's gone. It's over with. Some learnings, you know? That's an understatement of the year. There's undoubtedly some learning that can be done from the first response of these victims received. 8 months after Miss N spoke to the police, detectives contacted her again. Okay, good. They followed up, telling her that they had found videos of Zou plying her with drinks and photographs on his phone showing her to be raped. It's actually quite sad because it means she didn't go back. She got bad service. She didn't get treated well. They didn't treat her with respect. They didn't understand her. And 8 months later, if not for following up, he would have got away with it, you know? Thank God the police followed up on it. Miss N was so upset about her ordeal that she also posted on a Chinese social media app, Rednote, warning other women about Zou. This was spotted by another woman, Miss L, who replied and said that she had similar experience. Wow. God bless Rednote. Miss L said that she met Zou when she was 19 in August 2021. He had consensual sex a couple of times, had agreed to meet up with friends at a restaurant in London, Chinatown. The group moved on to a private room at another restaurant, drinking several bottles of Jack Daniels. She has little memory of what happened after, but she ended up at Zou's Bloomsbury flat. When I woke up, I found him on top of me having sex. Yo, by the way, Chinese people can get through drinks, innit? Chinese people can drink. They don't look like it because they're usually kind of small and shit, but they can get through some booze. Couple of fucking bottles of Jack Daniels. Restaurant stuff like they don't play. Whenever you go to a Chinese restaurant and you see them at tables, they don't play. The orders are always substantial and there's always drinks at the table, like tons of them. And that's just the start of the night. That's just to get the fucking, you know, the esophagus nice and loose and whatever else. Then they're going to drink more when they go to a karaoke or they go to another bar. Like, they can drink. I wonder what that's about. Maybe it's just a cultural thing. They know how to handle their drink, man. But obviously it opens, if you're a young woman, unfortunately, it opens you up to these unfortunate instances. Fuck, man. So what's this they found? Detectives found a stash of drugs at his flat. Whole bag full of fucking drugs just lying there. And you know you're psycho. You know you're a real freak. Oh, there's also Xanax there. You know you're a real freak. You know you're a weirdo when you've got a bag full of drugs that you don't even use. Because most party boys, most party girls, most caners out there, everybody out there hearing my voice will understand. You don't just have drugs lying around just to use whenever you use them. You have them and then they get used. You know, they're gone. But if you have them lying around just, you know, for the sake of it, you're a weirdo because it means you're planning something with them. These are not drugs for you. You are definitely not even doing them that much yourself. It's mostly drugs to fucking entice someone to come back to your flat. Drugs to maybe get somebody in the state of mind that you want to get them in to take advantage of them. That's the only reason why you have a bag full of drugs like that. Crazy shit. Oh, they put out an alert. Jesus Christ, look, they put out an alert. Police appeal for more victim survivors. They put out a poster about him with his mugshot and I guess a picture of him from one of those apps. The picture on the right definitely isn't what he looks like. I'm guessing that's the picture that he did and he fucking put it through Facetune. What he looks like is actually the picture there on the left-hand side. It says here, Zou's police appeal for victim survivors of Zhenhao Zou. Zhenhao Zou has been convicted after raping a number of women within UK and China. We believe that there are victim survivors have not been identified and appealing for them to come forward. If you or someone know has been impacted, please contact officers at survivors@met.police.uk. Fucking hell. When they searched Zou's flat after his arrest, police found 4 spy cameras. The court heard he also found a yellow Fendi trophy box in the wardrobe containing jewelry and clothing which police think may have belonged to the women he raped. Wow. Trophy box, you know? God almighty. Police have not yet found any phones, computers or cameras from his time in Belfast, so they do not know if this campaign of drug rape had already begun when he was studying here. Oh, that's definitely somewhere. Maybe he sent that shit back home, but that definitely exists. No way, I don't believe that he just started raping women randomly in London. There's definitely evidence. There definitely would be something in Belfast for sure. They probably just have to find it. Maybe it got sent back home. Maybe it's in some secret compartment somewhere for sure. God almighty. UCL said that Zou has been suspended on January 2024 and he stopped studying as soon as we were informed about the allegations. Wow, really? Well done, UCL. Well done, UCL, for suspending him from the course, even though he wasn't found guilty in a court of law. Just the allegations alone, they suspended him. That's fucking good to hear, I'm not going to lie. The university said its online portal was available for students and staff affected with the case, and it was supporting the police appeal. Zou was found guilty of 11 charges, raping 10 women, 3 counts of voyeurism, and 3 counts of possessing controlled drug with intent to rape, and 1 count of false imprisonment. The jury found him not guilty of charges possessing MDMA, ketamine, Xanax, and intent to rape. They also found him not guilty of 2 charges possessing extreme pornography depicting rape. Okay, I guess those charges are less than and make sense because you don't want to lessen the actual charges. Cool, that makes sense. Because it's hard to say if somebody's got MDMA, ketamine at home and Xanax that they intend to rape somebody. That could just be them wanting to party. And it's also you can't really say because somebody likes to watch porn like that, because it does exist, right? There's porn of like what do they call it? What's it called? Is it like smush or smut? I forgot what's the name of it. But there's a category of porn that does exist of like people that play into the whole like sleeping, robbery sort of thing. I forgot that there's something like that. I'm definitely sure there's a category of porn people like to watch like that. It's almost like a force thing a little bit. No, the force thing is different. This is more like, you know, like it's some like people role playing. Like, oh, I'm a burglar, I'm a rapist, all this sort of shit. It's pretty mad. Is it snuff? Yeah, I think is it snuff? Maybe it's snuff. I'm not sure what the category is, but I guess you can't really say because somebody watches that they also rape people. You know, like because the amount of people out there raping is pretty low, but the amount of people watching that sort of stuff is pretty high. So that obviously shows that most people don't try to, you know, do the things that they see online, which is probably beneficial. Even though it's weird that they're watching it, at least they're not doing it in practice. At least not with people that are not consenting. Commander Southworth added that we have video evidence as many as potentially 50 further victim survivors who we are desperate to trace, so that we can establish what has happened. Such is the insidious nature of this offending. I think there is a possibility that many more victim survivors may have not known that he has raped them. God almighty. Detectives are asking women to come forward if they spent any time alone with Zou, whether in China or the UK. Wow. They want to hear from anyone. If you spent time alone with him in any capacity, come forward, because you might be distressed to find out what may have happened. You may have a feeling, because I'm sure most women have a feeling, a gut feeling of what occurred. The same way how women always have a feeling if you're looking at them somewhere, right? They can always feel the eyes in the back of their head. I'm sure there's women who always can feel, no matter how much drugs somebody laced them with, no matter how much drink somebody laced them with, they always have a feeling, a gut feeling of like, okay, someone took advantage of me. Someone did something to me. Jesus Christ, man. But I'm glad he's behind bars. I'm guessing they're waiting for more women to come forward before they actually go forward with a trial and shit. But obviously they're on their way to it. And most likely he's going to spend a considerable amount of time behind bars, which is good to see. And hopefully it dissuades a bunch of people as well from not doing this going forward. But unfortunately, the real problem here, I think, oh look, actually that GHB bottle looks like it's bought in China. I see Chinese letters here. The unfortunate thing about it is, like I said, how I've just kind of thought about this while I was reading about this topic, is that most likely this is something that I think happens quite a lot. I'm guessing a lot of men are out there, unfortunately, you know, doing this to women on a probably nightly basis to get across the line and thinking nothing of it. You know, this is I guess that's a trophy box. Look at that. Yeah, this guy's sick, bro. Look what they found in the trophy box: hair bands, pieces of hair. It looks like a key, a sock, somebody's charger cable, a key for their home. It looks like lipstick, earrings, a ring. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I need to move on from this topic, man. I think I need to move on from this topic. So yeah, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad he's got caught. I'm glad he has been caught. Big up everybody in the stream chat also locked in. Make sure if you're enjoying the stream, you like what you see, you're enjoying the podcast, make sure you smash the like, hit subscribe as well. Worst time ever to say that, but please, if you can, support the kid, smash the like button, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. That'd be greatly appreciated. Big up Mr. Bob. There was a case I know of 2 brothers who owned a bar, dosed multiple girls, sorry, after hours serving them drinks. Yeah, I think that's very common. I would go as far as saying that in my world, which is the techno nightclub world, I assume that's very common too. I don't really hang around with people like that. I'm a bit of a psycho where I go out to clubs by myself. I do my adult vitamins in toilets by myself. I get on it by myself. I come do my afters in my own flat by myself. I don't really do like after events with people or hang around. Like, I'm not really involved in that side, so I'll probably miss a lot of it. I'm not really involved in the green room scene. I'm not really out there in the after scene. But I bet you it's very prevalent in that whole scene of people that go to raves and go to afters and do and keep on partying until the, you know, until the fucking next week. I bet you there are a bunch of people who get, unfortunately, spiked or dosed, sorry, and taken advantage of in a sexual way and have no recollection of it or try to like not remember it. But I bet you it happens more often than people believe. I bet you there's a ton of guys out there, especially the guys who do, especially the passport bros. No offense to the passport bros, but especially passport bros. I bet you passport bros are out here like causing a ruckus when they go abroad. Causing a fucking ruckus with the GHB shit. Yeah, big up Ashley Cummins, Dark, exactly. Big up Automech. If I get a pack today, it's gone today. Exactly, Automech, exactly. No real party boy person or girl has just a party pack lying around. Unless you've got like elite levels discipline, which they do exist, you know, everyone's had their moments where you just leave stuff around. But for the most part, you know, that stuff goes when it got, like, you get it for a particular thing. You know you're going to have a crazy weekend. You get some stuff. You're going to have a crazy month, whatever. Festival season's coming up. But you don't just have it lying around. And it's a substantial amount. Like, you're a psycho. It's like Crystalia. Crystalia was, for the most part, he was sober when he got accused of what he got accused of, right? Completely stone cold sober. And allegedly bringing girls back to his hotel rooms after gigs and stuff and doing all sorts of manner of nonsenses. That's way more of a sicko. Even though it's not excusable if you're doing stuff to women under the influence, I think if you're just stone cold sober and you're buying them drinks and you're buying drugs with the intent to dose somebody and take advantage of them, you are a real psycho, man. Because that involves a lot of that's premeditated. That involves a lot of planning, you know? That involves a lot of planning, a lot of buying ahead of time. Crazy. I bet Mr. Bob, this sicko had mounds of operandi down pat, probably many more victims that we're aware of while they perfected his craft. Exactly. They can apply for a Trump gold card if you are rich in the US. Welcome you. Just use discount code tape, brothers. It's hilarious. Big up every big up Daniel Clemens in the chat as well. Wagwan G, hope you're well. It's ongoing psychological trauma that victims endure. It makes them crimes more devastating. Exactly. Yeah. It's troubling, man. Big up Sheik as well. Big up Sheik. Or Sheik. I don't even pronounce your name. Apologies. Big up Sheik or Sheik in the chat as well. I appreciate you for joining. Okay, cool. Let's run on to the next topic. Next topic of the day. We have to talk a little bit about Joe Budden. I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. I've just come across it now on my timeline. Joe Budden, from the Joe Budden podcast, they put together a basketball game. I'm assuming this was put together based on something that happened on the podcast, probably guys being guys and talking very boastfully, very confidently about their game, which then probably devolved or resulted in them deciding, you know what, fuck it, let's organize a game, record it, and show who can really ball. Well, they recorded the game, and what we immediately saw was, what immediately captured my eyes was Joe's physique. And it made me wonder, what is it with guys, and I think it's specifically American dudes, especially within the black hip-hop podcasting space, who talk so bossy, who talk with such chest, who talk with such confidence, such aggression about their physical prowess, about their ability to fight, about everything else, when they're built the way Joe Budden is built. I don't understand it. Somebody please tell me, how do they have the confidence to talk so confidently about throwing hands, about squabbling, about shooting a fair one, about running down on somebody, about not taking no shit, about this, about that, when it looks like they can't do a single burpee? It looks like if they have to run up some stairs, they might pass out. Like, it looks like they literally have never played sports in their entire life. And this is something that I've kind of noticed the older I've become over the years. Maybe because I lived in an area, in a part of London, or maybe just in London in general, where unfortunately we didn't have much. I grew up in a very poor place, you know, poor family and stuff for the majority of the time we were growing up. But the good thing about growing up when you're poor in a poor neighborhood is that everyone's poor around you. So you just learn to get on with it, right? And figure stuff out to make it fun. And one of the things you do to make it fun is you play a bunch of sports, especially dudes. You play a bunch of sports, you're always outside because there's nothing to do inside, You don't have Sky. You don't have cable. You have the terrestrial television. You probably don't have a computer console. So you don't have nothing to do. You just go outside and you play. You fucking play football, cricket, basketball, badminton, whatever, man. You just play outside. You do Kirby. I used to love fucking Kirby, where you stand on the opposite side of the road. You have the ball and you try and throw it on the curb. And I think if the ball hits the corner of the curb, you get like a certain point, I think, and then that allows you to go in the middle. Then you get another free throw again to throw it on the curb, and then I guess whoever gets a certain number wins. I think it's a really good game. I used to fucking love that shit. But we'd be out, literally. We would be out, especially on weekends, from the fucking sunlight to sundown. We would be out from first light to fucking dark as the fuck, and all the lights are off, and then we'd have to go back in, especially if you hear your mum shouting your name from afar somewhere. We'd be always out playing. So I've always had a base of playing sports, always, even till now. I haven't played football in a long time, but if you give me a ball, put me in a game, I'm playing the game. And I'm not going to look as ungangly and uncoordinated as these guys. But the older I've got, the more I've realized that my childhood, my upbringing was very different than most people. I think there's a bunch of guys that actually didn't play much sports growing up, which I always thought was weird. Like, because how else do you find like friends as a dude? Like, or like your community or your clique or your crew. Most of it was found through sports. Now, don't get me wrong, some people fall off and don't continue playing it, but I've seen a lot of dudes online who kind of, you can tell, were the ones who kind of always had a sick note, always made excuses, never took part in PE, never took part in any kind of sports, and it doesn't have to be football. Whatever sport you're into, didn't do anything. And I find that really interesting. And also, like I said, I find it really interesting how a guy can be so confident, talk so quick, especially Joe Budden, can talk with such aggression at times and such violence in his voice when it legitimately looks like he's pregnant. Like, that belly is insane. And the thing about that belly that's wild is that I don't think Joe's a boozer like that. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched the Joe Budden podcast in a long time. I kind of got off of it after the whole Rory and Maul split. I couldn't look at Joe the same way. Call me parasocial if you want, but it's just the way it is. I haven't been able to get through a full episode ever since then. I only catch the clips online. But I'm pretty sure he's not a big boozer. I'm pretty sure Joe's not a big boozer. So that belly is predominantly made up of like calamari, steaks, pardon peppers, onion rings, salmon, chicken. Like, that's what that belly's made. That's made up of like indulgence. Fucking tiramisu, lasagnas, creamy pastas, cheesy pastas. That belly is made, that's what's wild about it. That would make more sense if this belly was made up of booze. If he's out here smashing the liquor, getting on it, that's a belly made up of fucking, chocolate eclairs, fondues. That's made up of cheesy fries. That's made up of fucking chocolate cakes in the strip club I know he likes to drink. That's made up of milk. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Bob. Tater tots. That's made up of like a lot of deep fried crispy things. Don't get me wrong, now I'm saying it's making me hungry, but it's made up of a lot of like deep fried crispy delights. It's made up of maybe some of those, those really corny gold flake coated chicken wings. It's made up of like, what's the ones that black Americans love to eat? The fucking Asian chicken wings that are like red. Black people in America love those chicken wings. I think you get them in like I think you might get them in PF Chang's. Black Americans love those fucking chicken wings. The red ones that are like crispy, and I think it's like sugary sauce or something. Like, probably that sort of stuff. That's what that belly is made out of. He looks insane. And it made me think, like, how does he talk the way he talks, looking the way he does? Like, what is it? Or is it an American thing because you guys have guns? Is it an American thing you guys have guns, where guys can talk this confidently about their physical prowess, about their athletic ability when they're built like this? Or is it just delusion or what? Like, he looks awful. He looks so fucking bad. Legit looks so, and you can tell, like, that's what happens when you're like greedy, when you don't let your friends, Rory and Moore, see the accounting, even though they're an integral part for the success of Joe Budden podcast. That's when you keep the accounting to yourself, right? That's when you steal some money, right? Allegedly. That's when you indulge. That's when you're the richest person. Because I always think it's funny whenever you see a clip of the Joe Budden podcast. It's always hilarious how shiny and how expensive Joe looks compared to everybody else. Like, he's got the massive gaudy gold chain, that gold bracelet, that bracelet that he has on the combo. He's wearing some fucking head to toe Gucci fit. It's always funny how much more expensive and fancy he looks compared to everybody else. Now, I'm sure everybody else maybe doesn't want to wear what he wants to. Maybe they don't want to wear what he wears. But it's funny the contrast where like it looks like he's getting all the money. Like he gets most of it. You know, he's buying fucking Wraiths and Rolls Royces and Bentleys and shit and Ferraris. You know, it's fucking wild when you see them on the couch. Like he definitely looks like the one that his outfit looks like it costs like a couple of grand, if not more than that. You know? So that's where the money goes. You can see it there in his body. It's all indulgence. It's all late nights at the strip club, late nights at the restaurants. Like this guy doesn't cook at home. This is every day is a DoorDash order. Every day is a DoorDash fucking order. And he looks horrendous. And that's not it. The worst part is him actually playing basketball. So this is actually good for content. They recorded this, I guess, for the Joe Budden podcast and put it on Patreon. But this is a clip of Joe Budden playing basketball. And yes, as scary as it sounds, is how scary it looks. If not worse. Absolutely wild. Look at Joe Budden. God almighty. Look at that physique. I don't know about you. Maybe I'm just vain. And maybe I care too much about fashion. But I have to be honest. I don't think I'd be happy being as rich as Joe Budden is, as successful as he is, and being built that way. It wouldn't make me happy. It wouldn't. Especially considering how girls used to love Joe Budden. He's got a history of dating some of the hottest women in the industry. You know, he used to look like a bit of a piece back in the day himself, pause, no homo. And to like let yourself go to this level is horrendous, man. Like to do, I know men do this, but to do this to your partner, to your wife, and let them see you like this naked, like look at him. He looks legitimately pregnant. And like I said, I don't think he drinks. I think this is purely from indulgence, purely just like living a life of somebody that makes a lot of money on the podcast, or takes the majority of the Patreon money for himself. You know. Everyone gets a little stipend, a little salary, but the majority of the income that's made from Joe Budden goes to his pockets. You can tell. The Joe Budden podcast is his podcast for sure. You can tell, bro, because he eats everything. He eats everything, figuratively and literally. And then to make matters worse, they're charging $20, aka £17 to watch their basketball game. Which is kind of good content, I guess, for people that are down for what they're into or are into the Joe Budden podcast. But imagine paying £17 to watch these old, fat, overweight, unathletic, you know, people play basketball. Like this to me, I think, is an evidence of how powerful it is to be a content creator and how great the fans are. Because the only reason why people are watching is because they're fans of you. They're fans of you, so they want to consume anything. Any content you have, they'll consume it. It's fun times. Fuck it. Let's just consume it. Give me whatever content you have. I'll take it. But there's no way myself, I'm paying you £17 to watch you play basketball really badly. I'm sorry, I'm not that interested. And especially when most of the money is going to fucking Joe Budden, no one else. But Jesus Christ. And I think Ish broke his leg or something, fucked up his leg playing this basketball thing, which was also highly embarrassing. Honestly, man, like I saw this, I was like, oh my God, man, this looks so bad. These guys look awful. The lack of athleticism in all of these guys, and they're all like in their late 30s, early 40s and shit. It's pretty shocking. They all walk around and jump around like they're in their 50s. Like they look like they can't do push-ups or like squats. It looks like they can't do like nothing. They can't run a mile. Like I don't know, man. I think I think it's Huberman. I think it's that Huberman guy, Andrew Huberman. I think he's got a protocol for a man. I forgot what it was. Let me see if I can find it. Is it Andrew Huberman? He's got like a protocol for like fit man protocol, which I think is very important. And I can do most of the things that was on there. And I'm surprised that most guys don't take pride in not doing that sort of stuff. Was it? Yeah, that's it. Foundational fitness protocol. I think this is the one. Foundational fitness protocol. Let's see. I think this is the one that I saw, which said like there are certain things that you should know how to do as a man. Let me see here. Foundational fitness protocol. Of course, there's a lot of pop-ups here. Big up Andrew Huberman and Huberman Lab. We love to see it. Let me scroll down. I think it was something about fitness. I forgot what it was. Let's see if I can find it here. Use alternative training. Yes, we know that. Foundational fitness. View the foundational fitness protocol PDF. Do I have to sign up to view it, or can I just view it without signing up? Let's see. Bear me a second as it loads. Hopefully I can just see it without. Yeah, there you go. Thankfully, because usually they make you fucking sign up to these things. So, foundational fitness protocol, right? Here it is. Daily focus, long endurance workout day 1. 30 to 30 minutes in zone 2 cardio, ideally 60 to 70 minutes. Breathing faster than normal. Exercise examples, jogging, rowing, cycling, swimming. Day 2, long resistance training, 10-minute warm-up, 50-60 minutes training. Exercise example. So I guess you can do, the protocols are jogging, rowing, cycling, swimming, weightlifting, which I guess is anything to do with weights, and squats and everything else in between. But this should be the base of what most men should be able to do, especially at that sort of age. And them not being able to do that, but also speaking very confidently and arrogantly about certain things and offering to fight people. And it's like, bro, you'll get like, no wonder he ran out of that strip club when fucking 50 Cent's goons came in, because he would get fucking absolutely demolished. There's no way that Joe Budden could ever defend himself in a physical education. I don't think so. I think the moment you fucking spin around him, he might faint, you know? He might fucking faint. He really, really might faint. I forgot what it is. I think it's Andrew Huberman Fit Man or something. Fit Man or Baseline, is it? I think I saw it somewhere. It's like exercise that you should be able to do as a man or something. Basic fitness to shoot for today. You should be able to, yeah, I think, is it this? I think this is the one. I think that might be the one. Let's see if this is the one. Let's see if this is one from the Huberman Lab Reddit, which is always the place where I get all the information now. I feel like Google, you don't get that much information anymore, you know? You always get it from somebody posting on Reddit. So, protocols and basic fitness metrics to shoot for today's episode with Andrew Galpin. So, Andy Galpin. The episode covered basic fitness assumptions. You should be able to broad jump your height, which I think is important. That's good. You should be able to do a two-handed vertical jump of 24 inches. You should be able to have grip strength of 40 to 60 kg when using a hand grip diameter. You should be able to dead hang for 30 seconds, which is really hard, but I can do that. Under the age of 40, you should be able to leg extension your body weight for 1 rep. I can definitely do that. Hold the bottom of a goblet squat with a dumbbell equal to half your body weight. I could do that. Plank for 6 seconds. I can do that. Saipan 45 seconds. I can do that. All males should be able to do 25 consecutive push-ups. I can do that. Can I? No, I could do 20 probably. I don't know if I could do 25. I probably could do 20 consecutively without breaking. I probably could do 20. After maxing out your heart rate, recovery should be about 0.5 per second. So if you can hit heart rate and VO2 max, yeah. So the only thing I could probably struggle on is the push-ups. 25 consecutively without break. Big up Automac. Screw this, hand me a bit. But that's the thing though. That's the thing. I respect that. I respect people like that who are just like, fuck all the physical activity. Fuck my fuck masculinity being intrinsically tied to fitness and weightlifting. The thing that I'm shocked about is people like Joe and others who talk with a lot of bass in their voice about physical, you know, stuff to do with physicality in terms of fighting and shit, but they're built the way they're built, you know? That's the thing that surprises me. I think if you don't want to do any of this stuff and you don't care about fitness, you don't care about weightlifting, you don't care about fucking basic fitness protocols and metrics and shit, cool, live your life, but don't start talking with bass. Don't start talking all aggressive. Don't start talking like you're some bad man when you legitimately can't do a single burpee. Like, I'm sorry, without fucking breaking something, you know? Or like Tom Segura where you can't do a layup without breaking your arm. That is wild. That is wild. Because Joe looks nuts. There's no denying that. Joe fucking looks absolutely nuts. Like, that is a pregnant man. That legitimately is a pregnant man. Like, and you should be a little bit embarrassed too for your partner. Because he's not that old. So you letting yourself go that badly. Like, there's no way he's losing weight and getting fit. Unless he gets on Ozempic or something. But there's no, you shouldn't be doing this to your partner. You shouldn't be putting your fucking wife or whatever through something like this when you're that young, you know? Like, that's horrible, man. Like, come on, have some pride. Have some pride. A little bit, if possible. But hey, what do I know? Absolutely nada. Cool. Let's continue. Bear with me 1 second on here as I just double check something. If you're tuning in, like what you see what you like, please make sure you like the stream down below. Smash the like button down below, that'd be greatly appreciated. I've just got to double check something. Please bear with me on here. Bish bash boy. Let's quickly do this. And let's move away from the massive belly. Of course, if you're watching too and you like what you see, also make sure that you smash the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated too. Okay, cool. So let's actually take that away actually. Bumbarati. What am I doing here? Bear me 1 second. Okay, cool. We got that. We got this. We got that. We got that. We got that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, what's that done? Let's go there. 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 Okay, cool. Let me just quickly do this before we continue. Bear with me 1 second. 1 second here. Apologies for the dead air. We will come back very briefly here. Bish bash bosh. Bish bash bosh. Cool. That's done. Bish bash bosh. Cool. Understand. Okay. Just get this loaded. Push, 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 and let's go over here. Where is it? Where are we going to? Okay, let's do that. Let's check what I want for you. Cool. Let's go here. Dun, dun, dun. Pick up the stream chat too. What are you guys saying? Big up Mr. Bob. That bro Mark Hunt has gone massive since he stopped MMA, but he's still got those hands. Oh yeah, true. Oh yeah, true. But I don't blame him, man. I think if you're a fighter, you're allowed to. Those fight camps seem brutal, man. I think any professional athlete, once you're done, you're done. You shouldn't be fucking still out here, you know, trying to do whatever. Like once you're done, you're done. Like I get it. I fucking get it completely. Honestly, I understand when athletes go off the deep end and just think, you know what, fuck it. I'm getting fucking big. I'm having a good time. Fuck you if you don't like it. I don't mind it in the slightest. I swear to God, I don't mind it in the slightest. Let me just quickly do this before I continue. Bish bash bosh. Also big up Automech. For some strange reason, if a dude averaged 20 points at a game in a high school, he thinks he can do it forever. Yeah, that's actually a good point. That's actually a very good point. Yeah, there's no reason for you to think that you could do. Yeah, there is no. Yeah, that is actually quite delusional like that. Even for me, I haven't played football in like what 10 years, like not professionally, but like in an organized game. But there's still a part of me that thinks that if they gave me boots and told me to play tomorrow, I'd still be good. You know, like I have that delusion in me as well. So I think everyone that's played sports in some capacity when they were younger, because I've played it a lot, has definitely a delusional sense of their abilities. You know, especially given how long they've not been doing it. Like because I definitely think if I lace up my boots right now, that I'd be fairly decent on the football pitch. When the truth is, I probably won't because I haven't played it for more than 10 years. You know what I mean? It makes no sense why I think that I'll be good. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Big up Sheck as well. Niggas love to talk. It ain't nothing new. No, but I think it's different with Americans. I'm not gonna lie. I know I love to rag on Americans a lot and all that sort of stuff, but I think it's different. I think sometimes like I hear people talking about, like, especially some of the no jumper people. You hear them talking about fighting and squabbling up and shooting a fair one. And then you see them in motion. You see a video of them like full body, not them sitting down behind the desk. And like you see all these, like you see fucking love handles, you see tits, you see just like a body that isn't used to like moving, you know, isn't used to fucking pushing itself or whatever. You're like, hold on, how is that person this confident about their ability to fight when legitimately they look like they might be out of breath getting out of bed? Like, how is that possible? It doesn't make any sense. But I guess you're kind of right. Maybe just, you know, niggas have always overestimated their abilities. It's just the matter of the game. But I think it's fucking weird. I think it's weird. I think it's wild. And it's surprising that it happens so often. Men legitimately thinking, nah, man, nah, if I do this, I'll be able to take you outside. Bro, you honestly can't breathe. You might need a CPAP machine and you're fucking 35, 36, 37. Like, how are you talking to me about anything? Like, relax. Big up Fearless Tadpole. I need to because I'm ugly, hilarious. Ak is right up there with him. Yeah, Ak is another one. Ak is another one. I saw a picture of Ak the other day with what's his face? With $1 million worth of game. Yeah, he looks fucking horrible. But he's never gonna lose a weight. He's just a fat guy. And I think Ak as well has that thing where a lot of guys have where he's made so much money where he probably thinks, you know, why bother? There's no point, you know? The life that he lives, the kind of girls that he likes, they're still gonna like him despite him being fat as shit, you know? Despite him being fat as shit, it's not gonna hurt his ability to smash. It's not gonna hurt his ability to attract. It's not gonna hurt his ability to make money. So he's got no reason to lose the weight at all. But he's definitely unfortunate looking, especially with his back as well. But for him as well, I think it's mostly the booze. I think it's the booze because he looks like he really enjoys. Like he's interesting one because he looks like he can handle his drink. But somebody so nerdy, but somebody so dorky and stuff who doesn't really go outside, he weirdly, freakily looks like somebody who can really handle his booze. Like he puts it back, man. Ak puts it back. Like he can. Like I've seen him drink whole bottles of like whatever he's drinking on stream, and not look super. Like he does look super fucked up the next day, but he's not super fucked up where he can't make content. And I wish I could do that. I wish I could get on stream, record podcasts with you guys, and be fucked up. I can't. I literally cannot do it. But Ak is able to do it somehow. So you know, you have to give him ratings for doing that. I'm not gonna lie, because I definitely cannot do that. 100%. I definitely cannot do that. But anyway, big up Ak, I guess in some regards. Big up me in some regards, and let's move on. Big up me, big up Ak, big up me, big up Ak. Cool. Moving on. Let's talk about Skepta. Skepta announced on Twitter the other day that his festival is second year running. Big Smoke Festival is happening in where is it? Is it Burgess Park? Where's it actually happening? Where's the venue? Skepta 9th of April. It doesn't say the venue. I can't see it on here. If I'm blind, let me know. But regardless, Skepta's Big Smoke Festival is happening, and I have to be honest, the lineup is very disappointing. Very disappointing, very shit, very basic, and I'm not really for it. The caption says Big Smoke Phase 1 lineup. Oh, okay, Phase 1. Okay, I'll take it back. This is Phase 1 lineup, so maybe there's more to come. Phase 1 lineup. My only UK live performance of 2025, featuring Grime MC, FM, back-to-back with The Den, Chip, Shy Cartier, Skylar Tyler, George, Bex, I don't know how you pronounce that person's name, BXKS, and more to be announced. Final tickets drop this Friday at 10 a.m. Sign up below. And I don't know, off the first look, it's a bit boring. It's a little bit same old the same old. I feel like you see these people with Skepta at a previous Big Smoke, or you know, near him, associated with him all the time. So it's not that impressive. And I also think it's not really that interesting. There's so many other artists that you could have booked in terms of, especially some of these underground kids who are coming up, quote unquote underground kids, the Lens, the fucking YTs, you know, the fucking Lancey Foes, for lack of a better example. Like all those people coming up, I think would have probably been sick on a festival like this to kind of balance it out. Or if you want to have a festival that is mostly gonna be about house music, because I think last time didn't Skepta just DJ at this festival? It's a 1 day festival, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, so this is day 1. Sorry, it's 2 day festival. It's happening Saturday and the 9th and 10th of August. Okay, I take it back. But regardless of, I think I remember last year he was DJing. That's what he's been doing a lot lately as well. He's a really good DJ. Don't get me wrong. He actually got started his career actually being a DJ, a garage/grime DJ back in the day. He's been doing it more often now, but playing a lot of like house and, you know, your kind of Circo Loco version of house. So it's kind of sick him doing it now. But I would have preferred to have seen a more interesting lineup if it's that. If he's gonna be a festival that's like about promoting the alternative, like a festival focused on pushing like black house music, which I think is very necessary. I do think there's a real lack of nights out, a real lack of festivals, a real lack of promoters who have those type of lineups. I feel like nowadays most house lineups are full of like Mundeles, the same ones playing a fucking, you know, Space Miami, playing a fucking, you know, venues here in London. They're just same old. And there's so many more other, you know, people to pick from, especially women as well, who are making fucking great music, who are making great house music, who play great house. And there's also a lot of young kids also coming up who are smashing it, who people don't play with. So I was thinking to myself, maybe that's an opportunity for me to go and start my own fucking night and have it kind of centered around a lineup that promotes, like, not talk about it too much outwardly. I feel like when you talk about it a lot, it kind of gives a bit of a naff, lame sort of like tinge. But I think going forward, I might do that, you know. I think going forward, I might start a festival, or I might start a night, a club night especially, focus on house music that promotes mostly DJs who aren't white, just to mix it up a little bit, you know, because I feel like these lineups are all the same. I feel like all the raves all play the same music, same genre. It's fucking boring. Honestly, it's fucking boring. And I would like for Skepta to do something similar, but maybe this is what he wants to do. That's the benefit of throwing your own event. When you throw your own event, you can just do what you want. So maybe he thinks what he's doing is sick because he would love to go to an event like this. He would love to go to an event featuring JME and Frisco, featuring The Den, featuring Chipmunk, featuring Shy Cartier, Skylar Tyler. He'd love that. Maybe that's part of it, right? Maybe he would love to go to an event that had this sort of vibe about it. But me personally, I would prefer, if it was me, I would prefer to see more interesting names. I wouldn't just want to see the same old faces. It just feels a bit boring, isn't it? It feels a little bit like same old, samey. So the lineup isn't that impressive, personally, for me. It looks like, actually, if I'm not mistaken, I'll take it back. Zooming into this lineup or this poster, it looks like day one, Saturday the 9th of August, looks like it's more of a grime MC type of thing. And then I guess the 10th, day two, is Mas Tiempo. Mas Tiempo is the house imprint that Skepta does along with Jammer. Big up Jammer. They run it together. So maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe this first day maybe the first day will be most of his friends spitting, doing whatever they do. But then the second day we might get a bit more of a, because I don't care what day it is. Just make the lineup more interesting. If you like, at least on the second day, have like some new fresh faces that play that kind of music, you know, like black faces, brown faces, women and shit, like all of that. That would be cool, because the first day kind of feels like the same sort of shit, you know. Boy Better Know family, Skepta's family in general in terms of grime MCs and shit, the same old type of people. The only thing it's missing is like DWE and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man, it's a bit boring. Like, let's have some new people, fresh faces there. To kind of jazz it up a little bit. But again, when you do your own festival, you can kind of call your own shot. So I guess we have to wait and see. But so far, phase one lineup is very underwhelming. I'm not impressed in the slightest. Depending on the price as well, it might be a bit dear for what it is. I'm not too sure what the location is. Maybe it's Burgess Park, maybe it's somewhere else. The flyer design is pretty cool. I like the flyer design. It kind of reminds me of a street here in London somewhere, maybe Roman Road or something with the bus stop. Really cool illustration. People selling merch outside, Mas Tiempo, Reborn merch. You got someone's Golf, a Volkswagen Golf there. You got a picture. You got a bus there. You got a swan, I think. Is that a swan? Chasing somebody down the street. You got a kid doing wheelies. Like, there's a quintessential London street. Grease News. 1s and 2s spinning laundrette, which is fucking a nice name for a laundrette. Like, I love that, man. It's really fucking cool. So I'm all for it. And I just hope. Oh, I love the shutdown too on the floor as well, by the way, where the bus stop's meant to be. Got shutdown written on the floor. But I'm really hoping that the lineup is a bit more interesting when they reveal the other names, because so far it looks kind of underwhelming. But talking about other stuff that Skepta's done, which I've actually liked, I have to give him props and praise for these boots, man. I mentioned it before when he designed these what they called Skepta Skope Forever. I think the first iteration of these was the lows, or maybe it's a different shoe. Is it a different shoe? I think so. Is it a different shoe or is it the same shoe? I think it's the same shoe. If it's not the same shoe, but anyway, I think it's a different shoe. Is it a different shoe? No, it's the same shoe, I think. No, it's different. It's a different shoe. I take it back. It's a different shoe. So regardless, Skepta's done great stuff with fucking Puma. I feel like these boots are probably his best ones. I feel like that first shoe he put out could have been made into a mid and would have looked sick also. But I also think this particular shoe absolutely looks fucking sick, especially with this campaign or this editorial that they put together with him hiking somewhere with the matching Puma puffer, which I'm not too sure if that actually dropped. Did that release? I was keeping an eye out for it because I wanted to buy one myself, because I think it featured in a music video that he did for a recent song. I forgot the song, what it was called. But I would really love that. I really want that puffer. That puffer is really fucking sick. I think it comes in different colors. I think I saw him wearing it in black. I think I saw Jamie wearing it in purple. But it looks really cool with the matching Puma puffer. The pants tucked into the white socks with the boots. Looks fucking sick as well. So this is the Puma Scoop mid in black. Honestly, really fucking cool boots, and awesome as well, because if you've gone to, I forgot what the station is in London, but there's a station in London where it goes up north. I forgot which one it is, but maybe it's Ealing. I forgot which one it is, but some station where you take where you take the railway to go outside London. It's pretty cool to see when you go there on the weekends. You'll see a lot of black people, especially for some reason, Somali looking people, Eritrean looking people, in fully decked out, head to toe hiking gear. Like full head to toe Arc'teryx and shit. Clearly going for like a hiking horn or bird watching or whatever they're going to do. It's pretty cool to see the outdoors thing become like a trend with black people. Like, I fucking love it. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe a lot of it's to do with swag and whatever else. I don't give a fuck. But just to see a lot of black people going out hiking in full hiking gear with fucking walking sticks and hiking boots and paraphernalia and fucking bags and now gens and all this malarkey and carabinas. Like, it's fucking love. I honestly love to see it. I do really do. So I think maybe this kind of plays into it. Maybe people are doing hiking for, you know, meditation purposes, clarity of the mind, fitness in general, whatever it may be. Just explore the country and what else it is. Maybe I love it still. And the puffer, like I said, I really do love it. That logo or that fucking thing on the back is really fucking cool, especially with the eagle. It also comes with black, as you can see the models at the top, how they have it. But yeah, those boots are fucking sick. I think they dropped already. They're out already, if I'm not mistaken. Really nice outdoors hiking boot. Nice durable leather here on the top of it, and made up of some sort of mesh combination, I guess, here on the back. But the majority of the boot here on the front, so you're not gonna get any water that will kind of leak into the boot and kind of wet up your fucking sock and shit, which is nice. And also you get the added respiration here in terms of the mesh inserts. And I love how the eyelets are as well, the D-ring. I think it's D-ring eyelets, or just, I guess, hoop eyelets. And you got this really nice chunky tubular laces as well. In this particular one, this neon green, which gives it a nice little pop with this majority, I think it's a dark brown sort of like upper as well. I love that they've also added the Puma mark or the Puma sign or whatever the brand, swoosh, whatever it is, on the side, but it's done in a very subtle way with just the stitching outline of it, which makes it look cool. You got the little emblem here from Skepta's line with Puma on the tongue and underneath the midsole in silver. There's also this kind of like silver counter thing under the heel, which kind of reminds me of the other shoe that he did previously as well. I put the same sort of thing there. I really like it, man. Again, the logo for me is a nice touch. Doing the Puma logo like that without making it so obvious, because I'm sure Puma wanted to have some sort of branding to make it known as a Puma. But I love how they incorporated it on the side, just with a, you know, a really subtle stitching lines on the outside, so it's not super obvious that it's a Puma, but it also looks really cool. Because what I like about it too, it looks really lightweight. It doesn't look like it's super heavy. It looks like a substantial boot that you're not gonna feel like your feet are gonna crumble in, but it also looks durable enough to handle the great outdoors. So yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Only part I don't like is this heel. I'm not gonna lie, that heel bit is a bit naff. I don't think this is needed. They've got a little heel bit where it kind of has the same sort of shiny plastic sort of feature that is on the heel tab of the shoe with the Puma logo on it. I don't really like that. I think that looks a bit naff. That's not necessary personally for me. I wouldn't have included it if it was me. But in general, still a very nice shoe, and Skepta's made it really look good there. Obviously in the editorial, it dropped already. It's available for $220, and it also comes in that colorway too. This colorway is probably the best one. This dark brown one with the red laces, that's more akin to like a conventional sort of hiking shoe, right? In my personal opinion. But I do think they both look great. But the dark brown one with the red accents is probably the best. Also, I just discovered too, it's got black little eyelets as well. This is hard. That's a really hard colorway. But that colorway that he's wearing, Skepta, is also really kind of hard as well. So you don't go wrong with both shoes. Check them out if you can. That's Skepta and Puma Skope Forever Mid. Skepta and Puma Skope Forever Mid. We love to see it. We love to see it. Big up Gramicci. Big up Bloodcart Gramicci. I'm a big fan of this brand, I'm not gonna lie. I actually first came around to them, weirdly enough, at my old workplace. I got given some Gramicci shit. I got some, which I can't wear unfortunately because my hair is too fucked up or too big. I need to fucking sort out my hair ASAP. But I did get some Gramicci shit, skateboarding brand that makes some really cool products and shit. I guess you could call it majority skateboarding, but I think it's more just lifestyle streetwear. I got given one of these hats, which is really nice. Not too sure what season this hat is from, by the way, but I just think the quality of it is really cool. Where is it actually made? Made in China, but I think it's a really nice. It's formless. I guess you'd call this a 6-panel camp cat sort of thing. There's a bit of a material in the. There's a bit of like a firmness in the brim here, a little bit, not really that much, but I just love the shape. I love the color of it, and once I figure out if I'm gonna braid or lock my hair, I'm gonna be wearing this a lot more often. I really do love the look of this. I think it's one of my favorite hats. I'm not gonna lie. I really fucking love it. Really do fucking love it. And also it's got the Gramicci logo there, and it's also got the the text logo as well. And then the front in white embroidery, which is done really nicely. I love the little man running. It almost kind of reminds me of the Artrex logo, or like a Stussy logo, the kind of reggae man running in the front. I think it looks pretty cool. And I've also had from Gramicci from back in the day, some cargo pants I was also given at my last place. Oh no, yeah, is it Gramicci? No, oh, this is not Gramicci. This is Butter. My bad. I thought this was Gramicci. This is Butter actually. These cargo pants are from Butter. I thought they're from Gramicci. I actually got mistaken there. I thought they're from Gramicci, but they're from Butter. But regardless, Gramicci is a good brand. They've also released their spring 2020-25 collection here, available via Hypebeast. So let's take a look at that. Gramicci is all about the moment. So let's see what they got available here. Free as a lookbook. It features a vintage Suzuki Jeep, which is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I love that. Also some hats there, like the one I've got. You can't actually see them. I don't like lookbooks like this, to be honest, where you can't really see much of the clothing. It's more like an editorial. It's not really a lookbook, but still, let's see what we can see here close up. That polo shirt, or that, is it like a button-up shirt there? That's kind of nice there. The button-up is like it's like a check pattern. It's made up of green and light blue. There's also a vest top here with some chinos, I guess, and maybe a short sleeve button down. That's a really nice picture in terms of an editorial, but you can't really see much in terms of clothing. There's a cool t-shirt with the same logo that I have. I guess that's the Gramicci logo there on the chest pocket of the t-shirt, which is always nice. Big fan of pocket tees, by the way. A good pocket tee is definitely a crucial part of any man's wardrobe, especially in nice basic base colors. They're really versatile and can be used for a lot of things. There's some hoodies there and stuff that I can't see from far. That t-shirt is really cool. Original Freedom, the Gramicci logo there on the front, and some matching shorts. Oh look, they've also got climbing shoes. I ain't mad at that, to be fair, because climbing I don't do what's that, is it called rock climb? I don't know what it's called, the actual sport itself, but I don't do it. I probably should. I think it's called bouldering, but I love the shoes, and because the shoes have a zero drop, it kind of helps to strengthen your feet, especially your arches, especially someone like me that's always suffered from flat feet. To wear shoes that's actually quite cool, so I might actually try to get a pair myself. I think there might be a Gramicci collaboration or just random bouldering shoes themselves, but I do like how they look. There's a long sleeve t-shirt there, looks really nice. Oh, that's really cool. That long sleeve polo is definitely something that will be more my vibe. It comes in this brown, orange and pink sort of combo. I ain't mad at that. There's also what's that, a balaclava, a bandage or something, headscarf there, matching cargo pants as well, which look really cool, and glasses, and some other shoes as well. Oh, and that's another view as well of the long sleeve polo, which I really do like. Let me actually double check. I would love to see the actual store. Is there a link to the store here in the article? Yeah, let's check out their official website, because I want to see closer images of some of this spring 2025 collection that's just available. So let's see. Let's shop men's spring 2025 collection. Shop men's. Let's see what they have available here. Usually it's kind of good prices as well, and from what I can see with the hat I have, at least the quality is really good as well. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, they've got, there's some Gramicci and Wonder as well stuff, which is pretty sick. I'm assuming that's some of the shoes I saw earlier. So if I scroll down, this is some of the Gramicci Spring 2025 collection. You got a really nice G short. I love the shape of the shorts actually. They're really nice, and the washes and the colors. This pigment dye one's probably my favorite there. What else is available here? Where's the spring summer? Why can't I see the new spring summer stuff? Okay, cool. Let me just do let's just do new arrivals. I think if I just do that, it will just show me everything that's new from the season. That'll give us a better idea of what's going on here. So you got the shorts, you got some nice pants. I love the built. The thing I love the best about it, I'm not gonna lie, is the little built-in belt thing. I think that's one of my favorite features, because I got the same thing on the Butter Good things. I think the little built-in web belt fastening thing is such a nice touch. I love how it hangs off as well, and you got the option of seeing the little logo at the bottom. I think that's a really, really cool little detail. That's one of my favorite little things about the pants that they make. I'm not gonna lie, that little inbuilt belt thing. It's not the most fanciest of quality belts, but I think it's really cool. This twill all-around jacket is also very nice. Oh, the pants, those are really nice as well. The women's pants in that kind of brushed, over-dyed sort of green olive colorway is really nice. Look at the skirts as well. Some of the women's stuff is really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the women's stuff is really cool, but I only want to see the men's stuff. If you show it to me, no. Category, can you move that? No, you can't. Cool, doesn't matter. Let me just scroll down then. You got some more stuff here. Some chinos. Oh, the t-shirts are really cool. I love the t-shirt. Stone Master, that's pretty nice. There's a geared up t-shirt. I love that. That's really cool. The geared up t-shirt. Geared up for getting out. It features a fleece, some shorts, some socks, a hat, and some walking, I guess, mountain climbing shoes or something. Gramicci Outdoor Specialist since 1982, which is pretty cool. There's a Kiwi t-shirt, which is really nice. Oh, that look there looks really perfect. I'd wear that with the orange shorts and that t-shirt. There's a lot of stuff on here that I would think would be perfect festival wear, to be fair. A lot of great festival wear. If you're not intent on wearing the same shit everyone else is wearing, I think you could get, you know, you could get hooked up with some nice bits. That Sonar hooded jacket is really nice. For some reason, oh, is that sold out? I thought that was sold out. But oh, look at that. Oh, that's one. That's what I like. The Gramicci Berkeley pant in this purple, 160. That's a really good price, isn't it? Considering that looks beautiful. I love how it crumples on the knees. Whether that stitching is done to make it crumple like that, it looks fucking fantastic. Yeah, that is me for sure. That is so fucking cute. That is so cute. And the matching belt also is in grey with the logo there. I don't mind. That looks really fucking cool. And that's a polo that I loved as well. The Gramicci Langdon rugby shirt. It's really nice. It also comes in different colorway. It comes in green, but the ones with the stripes are definitely the best color. There's also a Gramicci canvas fabric EQ pant. That's one with the pockets at the front, which the model was wearing when they were running down the thing, the hill. I think the same hat. That okay? That's the OG long. Is that what I got? OG long bill hat? No, I don't think I've got that. I think mine was different. No, it's not. I don't think it's a long bill hat. I think my shape is a little bit different. I think it's just a regular camp cat, the one I have. But they've got some really cool stuff here, man. I'm not gonna lie. I recommend you check out Gramicci. Those nylon loose shorts, especially this one in that colorway, the red. I think I might be into that. I might be into that, man. That's nice. That's also a nice rave short to wear as well. Probably got some nice. Has it got a zip pocket? You need at least one zip pocket if you want rave shorts, so you can put your fucking shit in and not lose it when you're jumping up and down. Yeah, look at that. That fucking loose short with that anorak. I think it's a look. I think it's a look. Match a bit matchy McMatchy, but it's giving all red everything. I'm all for it. Or fuck it, maybe with a packable midi skirt instead. But yeah, big up Gramicci. Some good shit here available. Check them out on Gramicci, GRAMICCI.co.uk for all of your Gramicci needs. Oh, look at that. Look at that bag. I love that bag as well. That wind jacket is really cool. Oh, that sunburst cap is something that's calling my name, that one. That sunburst cap is calling my name in all black with the white font. Yes, mate. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, love it all. Love it all. So the bags, that tote bag is really fucking cool. Yeah, I love this. Nice outdoor wear. There's a Kodora day bag. A backpack for $125. Fuck, the prices are really good for Gramicci. Credit to them for not charging. They could easily charge like Beams prices for this shit, and it's all well priced. Kodora everyday tote bag, $95. That looks perfect. All it's missing is a strap that goes across. A backpack is $125 for streetwear brands. This is fucking amazing. Wow, big up Gramicci, man. Big up Blood Clark Gramicci. And there's also Carabrina. Nice, we love it. We love to see it. We love to see it. Cool. All right, big up Gramicci. Check them out. Spring summer 2025 available now in all the places that you buy shit. Oh shit! I just actually remembered. Mid pod has the new Supreme stuff dropped. Has the new Supreme stuff dropped already? Because I want to get those fucking Aphex Twin gloves. Am I too late? Let's see. Let's go to the shop. Let's quickly check it out. Big up the stream chat. 2 people tuning in. Appreciate you. Big up Netwatcher. Appreciate you, brother. Big up Coil in the stream chat too. Wagwan G. Oh yes. Ow. Is it? Have I missed them? Have I missed them? Ah, cunts! I missed out. Okay, cool. Fuck, I missed out. As per usual, I missed out. Mamma mia, man. Oh, I just wanted the gloves. All I wanted. All I wanted was the fucking gloves. And they're sold out already. Fuck. All I wanted was a glove. What else is sold out? The jerseys are sold out. Oh, that's fucking annoying. How about a hat? Is a hat available? Can I buy a hat, maybe? All the t-shirts are gone, right? The t-shirts are okay. The neon t-shirt's gone. That's a good t-shirt. Fuck, man. I really wanted it. Is a hat gone? Oh, the hats are there. Should I buy a hat as a consolation prize? Should I just buy a hat? Oh man, I really wanted the fucking gloves. Fucking hell. How annoying is this? I really wanted the fucking gloves. Really fucking wanted those fucking gloves. And they're gone. Damn it. All right. Well, if anybody finds some gloves, retail. I don't want to pay fucking resale prices. So if anybody has the gloves and they want to fucking sell them to me, let me know. Hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up. I need the gloves. I need these gloves for my DJing streams. Literally need them. This is what I think I'm gonna save some of my gloves too for doing that. When I buy Supreme gloves, I'm gonna save them for my DJ streams or fancy stuff, so I don't fuck them up for cycling. But if you have a pair of the Aphex Twin Supreme mechanic work gloves and you want to sell them to me for retail, motherfucker, not for resale prices, let me know. Hit me up. I'll be greatly appreciated. I really will be greatly appreciated if that's the case, because I fucking missed them and I'm pissed off. Continuing on, Beams is set to launch a North American online store, which is pretty good news because Beam stuff is really expensive and I like Beams and think Beams do good shit. Courtesy of Hypebeast, Beams is officially launching its North American online store. Nikkei Asia reports that the Japanese brand's upcoming e-commerce platform will stock products from both Beams and others. Beams America, a local subsidiary established in collaboration with the Pacific Fashion Works, will be operating from the online store. The company is slowly building a stronger presence in North America with markets set to launch a web store. The brand recently closed out its Beams Plus limited store and pop-up in New York City. Beams was founded in 1976 by Etsuzo Sitara, who opened a small brick and mortar store and is now known as Beams Harajuku. The brand's current main menswear flagship. The company is now privately owned by Beams Co. and Sitara's son, Yo Sitara, serving as owner and president. Beams boasts 150 stores in Japan. Crazy, innit? They have loads of brands, sub-brands too. Beams Plus, Beams this, Beams whatever. But they make some great fucking shit. If anything, Beams sort of reminds me of like early Uniqlo, if that makes sense. Like when Uniqlo first came onto the market, a lot of the stuff like back in the day, especially in Japan, was of Beams level. Now it's a bit shit, Uniqlo, but back in the day, Uniqlo used to be so fucking good, and a lot of the stuff they used to sell would be like similar to what Beams has. I've actually funnily enough, I mentioned Beams, like I didn't prepare this earlier, but I've actually got a jacket. I only own one thing from Beams in my wardrobe, unfortunately, because the stuff is really good. I should be owning more, but I actually own this jacket here, which is like a fishtail parka thing. It also has an insulet. You can't really see it. Let me move the camera. Let me change it. But this is an old jacket that I bought ages ago. I haven't worn it still. Like I'm a fucking freak when it comes to stuff. I've got all this new stuff that I never wore. It's a fishtail parka. I don't know if you can see that there. From Beams. It's waterproof as well. Nice olive green color. Nice fucking chunky YKK zips. And it also has an insulated insert thing that you can wear as a jacket as well separately. You know, this little bomber jacket on the inside that you can wear separately as a jacket. I think you can see the logo there, right? Beams. You can see that there on the camera. I'll put it up there. If you're not watching, you don't see. But yeah, it's got a little insulated jacket thing on the inside too. That looks pretty cool, like that. That I've never worn actually. And the jacket itself is really nice as well. So Beams do make some really fucking cool shit. I just wish I could find a lot more of it. And obviously, sizing wise, you have to be a skinny mini to fit into a lot of it, because a lot of it is like age and sizing. But I'm sure a lot of these brands, what they do when they start to get a lot more European accounts, they start to tweak and alter their sizing to fit European styles, so it can be worn by some of us huskier people's thems. But it's just courtesy of Hypebeast. It features the Spring 2025 offering from Beams. Again, great stuff overall. Double knee pants, I'm kind of over them, I'm not gonna lie, but I do like the leather jacket. But the double knee pants, I'm extremely over them. I'm tired of seeing anything double knee-esque. And I also think the idea of wearing jeans like that with black loafer shoes is very depressing and very granddad looking. But you know, Asian guys that have swag love to like have these sort of weird combos, you know, like tracksuit pants with loafers, jeans with loafers. Like for me, you look like a fucking weird uncle. But for some swaggy guys, it can kind of work. It just doesn't work with me, unfortunately. Like bucket hats. This jacket here is fucking gorgeous. It's just nice floral. I don't know. Is that a floral pattern? It is, right? It looks like a flight jacket with some nice big pockets and concealments on the front. Or conceal pockets on the front. Yeah, that jacket is hard. I'm for that jacket. That jacket is very, very hard there. There's also a nice bomber jacket, which they don't miss when it comes to bombers. That bomber is actually pretty hard too, with the red lining, red velvet lining, and then what looks like to be some sort of translucent outer. So you can see a little bit of that red lining peeking through. And it kind of gives it this nice little tint. That's very, very beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. Is it different colors? Yeah, as well. I think that might be like a champagne color on the body with like a more of a creamier color on the sleeves. But then you've got the red, orange, whatever peeking through. Yeah, that's fucking gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. That's absolutely, that bomber jacket is absolutely kind of hard. The chinos are also kind of hard, as is the scarf. Or is it a scarf or a sweatshirt? I think it's a sweater. I think that might be a sweater actually. I don't think it's a scarf. That sweater's really nice. There's also some nice white pants. Maybe the New Balances are part of a collaboration. I'm not really too sure, but they look nice with that look. Oh, that is that like an overshirt? That's an olive green overshirt. Looks like an M65, but it's not. Very swanky too. The full matching set here is fucking gorgeous. Is that olive green? Oh yeah, that's me. I'm wearing that in a heartbeat. What's that? Look number 11. I'm wearing that entire look head to toe. That is gorgeous, man. With the matching hoodie, with some nice, what's that? A nice front zip pocket there on the front here. A big chunky zip, big chest pockets here to put your hands in. But the cargos are the winners. The cargo pants are the winners here. The pocket placement's really nice. I love the different paneling as well. And it almost, I feel like it flares out a little bit towards the bottom, which is quite nice as well to kind of give it the shape needed to cover your big chunky trainers in my respect. That jacket closer up looks awesome. Woohoo! Look at that rain jacket. Whatever that is, I need that as well. God almighty, that is hard. The little squares all over the place. Fucking hell, that is really cool. I love the hood as well. Hood design, that cinch. That's the hood design that you see a lot of outdoors companies do. I don't know what the style is called, but they have the drawstring at the back of your head, so you can tighten it, so you can really fix the hood on your head. So you know, if you're in the great outdoors, nothing's gonna peek through and stuff. That's a really cool idea, and it's also got a nice little built-in sort of like cap to kind of avoid all the rain getting into your eyes. But I think with my hair, I still have an issue putting it over my head. But it looks fucking cool. Yeah, and I think it's reflective too. I think that's 3M. I think that might be the same jacket here, but that's when it's under flash. The Nike D&A's I hate. The jorts I also hate, by the way. I think if you're gonna wear denim shorts, wear denim shorts. I hate the fucking jorts. Jorts look fucking lame and horrible. But still, some nice shit here, man. Some nice shit. Overdyed t-shirts, nice grey sweat. Oh yeah, that's me all day long. That look here, look number 18, is me all day long. Woo-hoo-hoo. The fucking denim chore jacket with the grey sweatsuit and sweatpants and the fucking sambas. Yeah, that's me all day long, mate. I'd wear that in a heartbeat. That is such a hard outfit. Look at that. Grey sweatsuit, nice big chunky chore jacket. You can't go wrong, man. You can't go wrong. Nice flannel with some jorts as well there. And that's the cargo pants again. Oh no, the double knee pants, I don't like in them. The chore jacket's really nice. Oh, look at that velvet or silk what was that? I guess, what do you call it? Racing car, driving car jacket? I forgot what they call these ones. Oh, that's this silk little number is fucking beautiful. Silk or satin, whatever it is, it's fucking lovely. In that bottle green color as well. It's so beautiful. Nice flannel too. I love the styling nod here. With like, what's that? Is that like a quarter polo buttoned up underneath some flannel? I'm not mad at that styling. I would never wear it personally, but I ain't mad at that at all. Oh, actually that polo is meshy, isn't it? There's a mesh there. It's almost like a mesh camo. I'm not mad at that as well. That cardigan's also cool. That's actually a really good look. Because these sandals, I actually like these sandals. These African uncle sandals that I see people wearing sometimes. But I can never find a way I would wear them myself. But I think this particular one with the white socks, I think that's a good idea. I think I could pull that off. I think I could pull off a look like this, you know. Those sandals with some fresh white socks like that, I think I could pull that off. That actually looks kind of hard. That actually looks kind of hard. I think that might be the new look to go to when you go to clubs. Whether or not they'll let you in is a different thing, because you know they might think you're gonna get stepped on and shit. But that's actually a cool little look when you go into clubs. I fucking love that. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually really nice, and it actually works really well with the fucking cardigan as well. Yeah, that's swaggy. And there's a nice knitwear stuff on here as well. But yeah. Oh, look at those tonal wallabies. Look at those tonal wallabies. I ain't mad at those, especially with that different tread. I wonder if these are collaboration. Those tonal navy blue wallaby things are not too bad. Man, I don't know about you guys, but I wish I could suit bucket hats. Bucket hats never suit me, even when I didn't have a lot of hair. I wish I could look cool in bucket hats, because bucket hats I think look so swaggy, but I can never look good in them. And I remember my first attempt was when Schoolboy Q came around. When Schoolboy Q burst onto the scene, he's the one I think who popularized the bucket hat super hard, because you'd never be seen not wearing one. And I remember trying so badly to make it work. I bought ones from like Supreme, from Stussy, from Bape, from Random Brown. I think I had one even from Obey. I've tried to wear so many bucket hats and it never worked. Even when I went on holiday one time, I remember I was actually it might be Nicaragua. There was a lot of like good merch over there, and you know, like little seaside shops that'll be selling nice little souvenir bucket hats. I tried to wear those and they didn't work. Like, I really wish bucket hats would suit me, but unfortunately they don't. So I have to just admire and give props to people that do wear them and they look cool. But it never works well with me. That's also a good look number 31 with the white pants and the vest and shit. Again, I hate jorts. I don't know why I hate fucking jorts. I fucking hate them. I think if you want to wear any short should be above your knee. I don't think you should wear shorts below your knee unless you're playing basketball. I don't think you should wear that. That's fucking horrendous. I hate that. That jumper is actually quite nice with different grid patterns. Oh, are those Hokers? Is that a collaboration? Oof. Those are fresh, isn't it? Whether that Hoka is, I think it's a Hoka. Maybe it's a Hoka. I don't know. I'm saying it just based on the sole, but it's a chunky sole running shoe that is made up of some sort of browns and olives and, you know, earthy tones, and with the ankle socks. Like, that looks really nice. I don't know what shoe model that is, but that is really fucking cool. It might be a Hoka. Maybe that's a logo there a little bit there, but those are fucking beautiful. Yeah, navy there. So beams as per usual. Great stuff. Oh, that tracksuit is hard. That tracksuit is hard. Look number 38. That tracksuit is hard. With the different panels of blue and shit all over it. Yeah. Beams don't play, man. All this stuff is very expensive though, unfortunately. From last time I remember checking, Beams retail prices don't play either. And that jacket I've got down there on the floor. Oh, a Taurus fucking shirt. That's my birthday. I don't mind that actually. That's me in it. That's my sign. So that might be a shirt I can also maybe check out. I don't like the cargo mixed with the cargo though. The jorts look maybe a bit good with that. Maybe the jorts look good here in this look here. Look number 45. The jorts maybe look good there with the jeans and the Timberlands. I think that's a collab there, right? Oh, the two-tone Timberlands quite cool. Maybe you can unzip this. I think that's quite cool. And it's like the boot. You got the nice brown. And you got a bit darker brown on the top there. But that camo, sorry, this olive green jacket thing is absolutely really hard as well. I'm not gonna lie. Really cool shit. Really, really cool shit. So big up Beams, spring, summer 2025. You can find it available at all the places that you check stuff, at all the places where you check stuff in it. That's where you can find it. Moving on. Have you guys seen, or have you guys noticed what's going on with PrettyLittleThing? Have you guys seen? So PrettyLittleThing, the fast fashion retailer, who was made, I guess, more famous because of the Molly May appointment and just selling great fast fashion stuff, which girls usually like. A lot of people would put them in a category of being one of those BBL brands, which I think is a bit, you know, unfair. But essentially, it's fast fashion. Whatever was trendy, they'd make very quickly and sell it cheaply with really bullshit materials. But it looks like they're having a bit of a rebrand, and they're not going for that client anymore, or that customer. Or maybe they're trying to force that customer to change their aesthetic, because it looks like they're going in the direction of that, was it clean girl aesthetic they're calling it? Similar to what we saw with Kim Kardashian on the red carpet at the Oscars, with that whole clean aesthetic, no contouring, no excessive blush, no crazy eyelashes, no crazy lips and shit. It's kind of heeding to it's kind of taking on what the Kardashian clan is doing now at the moment as a family, where I think Kylie, Kendall, all those people have dissolved their lips, they've taken out their BBLs, you know, and they're going for like a more European look, right? They're going for a more, people are trying to call it conservative. Maybe it's a lean to the right because Trump's in power, which I also think is unfair. I just think it's like a natural response to the overt, over the top, excessive, you know, bums out, tits out, everything out, aesthetic that was going on prior. And now you're seeing what they're deeming it to call clean girl aesthetic. And they've basically wiped their entire Instagram and started from scratch with this clean girl aesthetic, which I think looks a lot like Mirror. Is it Mirror Place? No, not Mirror. What's that brand? Is it Mirror something? There's that small brand that does really cool stuff. That kind of reminds me of what Jack Musu do in terms of their outfits and their dresses and shit. It kind of reminds me of that brand. I can't remember what the name of it is called specifically in my mind now, but just checking the Instagram now, it looks like Pretty Little Things are definitely rebranding. And I'm not too sure if this rebrand is because they are fed up of servicing BBL customers, or if they're trying to guide and hold the hand of their customers to change their aesthetic, change their wardrobe, and maybe get into some other shit. But here's the caption. Here's what they wrote on Instagram. A legacy in progress. Allow us to reintroduce you to Pretty Little Thing, the generation-defining style source for every kind of it girl, with the belief that elevated fashion essentials should be available to all. From the classics and timeless to the contemporary and cutting edge, designed with you in mind. You're our icon, the unicorn, because we cater to the individual, not two people. No wardrobes should be the same. This is the next era of PLT, and we're excited to have you here with us. So I wonder if this is like, I wonder what brought this about. Is it because they noticed what was going? Because I feel like this aesthetic thing is like temporary. It's not forever. So people are going on this whole clean girl aesthetics, Pilates, eating drinking matcha and being healthy and acai bowls and all this malarkey. But I don't feel like it's a permanent shift towards that. I feel like it's just like a natural reaction to the, the over club girl on the sofa, drinking all the time type of look. So I wonder what the decision was around making this shift. Was it because they noticed that everybody's actually moving towards a cleaner aesthetic? Or are they just fed up and trying to refresh things? I'm not really too sure. But it's very different to what you would understand or remember from PLT. Even the logo is different too. I'm pretty sure that logo is different too. That's a really cool logo. I actually wouldn't mind that on a hat or something. So they even changed the logo itself with the PLT. It kind of looks like the New York Yankees sort of logo sewn in there. There's a dress here that the model's wearing that I'm sure has been cinched and everything else. Even the jewelry and everything is different. It says here, our story. Pretty Little Thing is a generation-defining style source for every kind of it girl. Founded with the belief that quality fashion essentials should be available to all. Our icon is a unicorn because we cater to individual, a special personal style with PLT. There's some stuff on here that you can see that kind of gives it a different type of vibe. The style source for every it girl. So I guess they're going for it girls. But it girls are just like girls in the moment. It's not because an it girl isn't a clean aesthetic girl, An it girl just describes a girl of the moment, I would imagine. Claiming authority and credibility, elevating our fashion point of view. If we're style sources, it means committing to being on the cutting edge of the trend. It means committing to curating, editorializing, and playing in culture, and being every it girl's secret. A little, if you know, you know. All the girls are here. Open G&D. Okay, cool. There's some stuff there you can see. There's some more stuff here also. The upgrade you didn't know you needed, waiting for you via the link in bio. Showing you more stuff. Again, very very minimalist, very clean. Not very. I wouldn't say it's like club ready. I think the quality here is funny though. By the way, look at the crease here on the back of that dress, the back of that top. I wouldn't say it's Miami club ready, but it's definitely maybe Dubai ready. It's very modest. Let's say maybe modest. I see some nice kit. Those kitten heels aren't too bad. Itself. And there's an advert here also that features some stuff. Let's see what this does. Legacy in motion.
Yeah, people talk about the old PLT. This PLT is going to be far better.
Didn't that guy retire?
People talk about the old PLT. This PLT is going to be far better.
Okay, some people in the caption are saying Zara prices and it's nowhere near Zara. Did that guy retire? Or am I bugging out? The guy that found the PLT. I wonder, Every model looks the same. There's no color in the clothes, no fun style, no shape, no texture. I was never a religious shopper, but I would always count on PLTs for cute look. Now it just gives a sense vibe of everything else out there. But I think that's what they want though. I think they're trying to, maybe it won't work and they'll revert back to the club ready wear and the shape wear and stuff. But I think they want that. Everything this person said that they don't like, I think that's what they wanted. They wanted to kind of spruce up a little bit. Another person in the comments, huge mistake. Forgetting you are PLT and not bloody House of CB. We don't want basic, boring. We want fun. So basically girls are saying we want skimpy. I want to have my boobs out. I want to have my legs and my bum out. I want to have my vag out. I want people to see the inside of my mouths. Like, give me that. Like, maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's what they're saying. Like, I go to PLT to feel hot. I don't go to PLT to feel like modest and clean and cosplay like I'm a family member of the Succession or something. You know what I mean? Maybe that's part of it. PLT was my go-to for years for cheap clothes, going out looks, fun fits. It was different. It had a bit of edge, but now it's, well, disappointing, hugely underwhelming. Basically, you're a copy of many other brands out there. I fear you've lost your customer. Peter's dead, gone, shame. But I don't understand this. Like, used to be unique. Even the stuff that they were unique at, they were copying for somebody else. Nothing they were doing was original. No, or am I mistaken? So I don't understand why saying that. Oh, it looks like everything else out there. Everything else they did out there, everything they did before, looked at everything else out there too. It wasn't like they were doing anything special. But I get it. If you're the kind of girl that went for them for that particular style aesthetic, and now suddenly they turn into COS or Zara, you're gonna be pissed because you don't go to Zara specifically because they don't cater to your needs or your taste. Another person in the comments: what's the point of a rebrand if every item is 100% polyester? Good point. But again, it's fast fashion. That's what you should expect. I'm also confused why everyone thinks it's going to be expensive if it's just launched. Like, let me actually check the price actually. Let's go on the website. What's the prices? What they're saying for the just launched stuff? $80. Oh, can I change? Let me change my location. Can I change my location on here? I don't know why it's done that for. It's not giving me UK prices. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's just continue. So far, what have we got here? How much price we got here for the deep chocolate tailored fitted blazer? $80. The matching pants $45. So you can get a whole look for under $150. Not bad, no? Is it, or is that too expensive for even PLT people? Like, that dress doesn't look that well made, and it looks like it fits like shit. And this girl's extremely skinny. And it's probably the smallest one. Right, and it still looks like it fits like shit. And that's $95. I don't think that's too bad. Chocolate brown textured, what's that? Frill tiered mid maxi dress. That's actually quite nice. But again, it looks like it fits like shit. You probably have to do a bunch of things to get that to fit well. And that's what, $120. It's not too shabby, I don't think. The prices are alright for what it is. You have to be into that sort of stuff, don't get me wrong. $38 for a mini skirt, $45 for a button-up vest. That blazer suit, I'm not sure. That looks like it'll be popular, but I'm not sure if it will. But a lot of hot girls can wear this. I think BBL girls can still wear this one. This PLT labeled dark sage tailored cinch waist blazer. I wonder if Molly May's still involved. Is Molly May still doing the creative directing for PrettyLittleThing, or did she leave? Because a lot of this stuff looks like she would wear it, especially the color palette. The blazers are quite cute here. There's that skirt for $55. A lot of the stuff here is like under $120 each item, basically. Most of the stuff, the dresses, the skirts are $50. I think this is pretty decent. I think the girls need to give it a chance. There's heels there for $38. Looks quite fun. That could easily be like a slutty outfit. This one here, PLT label, taupe belt, wrap mini skirt, and that top as well with the lace. You could have your tatas out and show your nipples and people can still see your form. Yeah, there's a lot of things on here that you could deem to be quote unquote slutty. I don't think there's not catering those people. That this looks like a Skims outfit here. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some good shit on here. This outfit here with a cardigan is quite cool. What's that one? $45 there. There's some good stuff here. I don't think it's all crazy, boring, uninspired shit. I think some of it, again, maybe it's from Mel's point of view, but I think some of it's quite cool. There's grey sweatpants suits as well there as well available, which I ain't mad at. Yeah, it's decent. It's decent. I could be wrong though. Let's continue to see what the comments are saying because these are the most important people. Y'all rebranded and now everything in my cart doubled in price. That's also probably in line with inflation, I'd imagine. This person says, textbook's mistake. Time will tell. The most important thing when rebranding is sticking to your roots. No, that's the complete opposite, no? When you rebrand, you try and pull the roots out. You try and do something different and fresh, no? What is this person talking about? Sticking to your roots, you disregard your audience completely, Uma. Anyone with a keen eye can tell you that you were heavily inspired by Burberry's latest rebrand. Not really, come on. That's not a Burberry rebrand. It's just a rebranding tying into the aesthetic everyone's going for on Instagram with their mood boards and stuff. It's not Burberry. Let's relax with that. Maybe the emblem and the logo, maybe, but it's not Burberry. That's chill. The longer you are established as low cost to entry, the harder it will be to build a brand with a higher perceived value. You were better off starting a separate company where the foundation was yet to be built. Everything PLT does will always be associated with cheap. Perception is everything. Nobody wants to spend more on a brand whose identity, foundation, and essence has been associated with low cost quality for over a decade. Good luck. Website redesign. Oh, this person is not happy. Website redesign. but don't forget your customer. I can barely see the clothing color, texture on the new shop type and editing. That's not true. I saw everything there pretty easily. Also the page results, back please. Lastly, pin the filters as I scroll. As for the clothes, too on trend and boring. Not everyone wants to look the same. Honestly, why are people, what is this thing about people saying that, was PLT actually that different? I thought everything I saw on PLT was what you see everywhere else. It was basically trendy. Copy what you saw on the high street or the runway. Like, what is this thing about PLT being unique? Maybe it was uniquely trashy with some respects, but interesting this interpretation or reflection from the fans. I want my color and my floral dresses off to ASOS, I guess. Sorry, off to ASOS. A sweater I had an eye on went from 36 to 55. So what's happening with all the old clothes? Will you send them to Ghana? Or it's so minimalist and it sounds weird, but it's got a feeling, it's got a lonely feeling to it. Yeah, maybe these type of girls don't have many friends. Maybe these type of girls aren't girls, you know? Maybe that's the vibe you're getting. It's giving Hailey Bieber, and I'm not feeling it. Oh, okay, cool. So they don't like Hailey Bieber aesthetic. That's cool. Just had a look. I feel like I'm being boring if I buy this stuff. PS, where's my order? Wow. They're not happy, man. They're not happy. There's another video here. What was this one about? The style you've been waiting for. Yours is discovered through the link in the bio. Okay. Looks pretty nice. The caption, the comments. I can understand changing the price of the items if you were also changing the quality. Unfortunately, still using the same cheap materials while increasing the price significantly seems unrealistic for the loyal people who have been keeping this business running for years. Such a shame. Wow, people are not happy, man. They're not happy. What's this other post here? For when you want to dress, for when you want one dress that makes it all. This, I guess I promote this one dress and pushing it. Cool. Got another thing here with some video. A fresh start. Nice. The comments. PLT is so boring now. Everything is beige and tan. It's giving great value House of CB. I cannot. No one. I literally mean no one asked for this rebrand. Ugh. I cannot lie. The clothes are giving old maid. And I'm not paying $50 for polyester. So people will pay $30 for polyester but not $50. I get it. Or $20. Can y'all give me sites to put shop at that are similar to old PLT? Yeah, actually, I wonder what the recommendations are. What are the recommendations for sites that give you the old PLT vibes? What are they recommending here? Who are they recommending? Ego, Finesse, Outcast, Ego, Mikas, Fashion Nova. Okay. JD Kim or Jade, or is it? Or Jade, whatever that name is there. Jesus Christ. What else is happening here? Oh, you got Anuki Ai. Anuki Ai wearing PrettyLittleThing. No way. Paris is the back. Is that Anuki Ai? No, it's not her. I thought that was Anuki Ai. I'm about to say Anuki Ai doesn't wear PLT. But this is a supermodel regardless. They got supermodels in PLT, yeah? Okay, cool. They got supermodels in PLT. Hilarious. Her name is Adele Bowl. Big up Adele Bowl. I don't think most women will look like this, unfortunately, in that dress. Unfortunately, I don't think they will. Parisian moment with Will Licia. So these are some of the influencers wearing PLT. Some of the hot models. It still looks bad, isn't it? Even on women who have like desirable bodies and look quote unquote, you know, conventionally attractive, it still looks horrible, isn't it? Like that shit, like you automatically when she took those pants off, you know there were bubbles on the inside of her legs. The moment she took those fucking pants off, you know there were little fucking cloth bubbles on the inside of those legs. Like that shit already stinks for sure. Especially if she's wearing no top underneath it. Yeah, that stuff doesn't look that great. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look that great. Another video with another model here. This is with Gigi Smits. Big up Gigi Smits. Yeah, you can tell the quality is shocking. You can tell the quality is shocking, even on her. And she looks great, you know? It still doesn't bang. Ooh, I'm not too sure, bro. It's interesting, isn't it? Clean girl aesthetic, quiet luxury, whatever they're trying to go for, on a PLT budget is difficult, isn't it? or PLT price range. Let's see what they got on the Instagram story. Is this part of what they did in Fashion Week? Anything I can see there? Oh yeah, Instagram story thing. I think they did something during Fashion Week. I think. Some of the influencers, they're doing shoots with them. Let's step inside. I guess. Oh, they launched it during Paris Fashion Week, which is very interesting. I wonder who was DJing actually. I wonder who the DJ was. I love the logo. The logo design is actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind that on a t-shirt. I'd actually wear that on a t-shirt or hoodie, or like on a cap. They also had they had a swanky dinner, launching the whole thing in Paris. There's the menu with the champagne and shit. Handkerchief I would have probably stolen. I'm not gonna lie. The logo is actually pretty cool. Champagne, caviar. Rah, champagne and caviar, you know? Who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? Some of the celebrities, I guess, stepping out for the fucking PLT launch. This is someone called Nada Kamani and Umar Kamani. I don't know who that person is there, but they look good in that pre-LTE look there. They probably pay well as well, you assume, innit, for influencers. They probably pay very well. Somebody called Jay Stokes is also there, wearing a PLT look in white with a belt to cinch it in the middle, which looks actually pretty decent. A closer look up of her again with the belt around the waist there. Kelly Rutherford, the actress. Wow. They got Kelly Rutherford there holding a Birkin, which is hilarious. Her bag's probably worth more than everything in that room. We got Kelly Rutherford. Love to see it. Clean girl aesthetic again. Not much makeup, not much blush there. Ed Westwick, whatever his name is, from Gossip Girl, he was also there in new PLT. Right? Allegations don't matter. Out here stepping, doing his thing. Big up him. The Wire just dropped. Anthony Joshua was there, looking a mess. Louis Vuitton shoes with those trousers look horrendous on him. That gold chain looks like he bought it in a China market somewhere. The blazer looks fucking awful. Drinks on arrival. Nice. For everybody that's there. Free booze. Who's the DJ playing? Don't know who the DJ is. Some free big black men. I'm assuming it's some sort of hip hop R&B sort of stuff going on there, by the way. Yep. Salute the cameras. Peace signs. Wire just dropped. I don't know why you need 3 men to play a set at Pretty Little Thing, by the way, but hey. There's 3 men there behind the booth doing their thing. Congratulations. Burna Boy was there. God damn, they got Burna Boy to perform at the Pretty Little Thing launch in Paris Fashion Week. That's fucking sick. That is so random and sick, innit? How much they... Oh, he's wearing a Mains. Oh my god, he's wearing a Skepta label jacket as well. It's hilarious. He's wearing a Skepta jacket. Big up Burna Boy. He's wearing a Skepta jacket at a Pretty Little Thing event. Fucking hilarious. That chain is shining though, man. These diamonds are definitely real. He's got those footballer diamonds for sure. Big up Burna Boy. They're not leaving the fucking camera off of him, by the way. Record the crowd, man. Was that crowd not there? Record the crowd. Jesus. Prada sunglasses. Mains by Skepta leather jacket. No, what's the Pretty Little Thing he has on? He probably didn't want to wear any of it, and it's too cheap for him. He says, fuck that, man. I don't wipe my ass with that sort of shit. Yeah, there's Burna Boy. Having a good time, man. Enjoying himself. Shining, screaming, shouting. Doing the damn thing. With a DJ. With his own DJ, looks like it, by the way. I don't think he let those DJs DJ for him. Big up Blood Club Burna Boy. We'd love to see that. We'd love to see that. Who else was there? He's still skanking, shouting, doing his thing. Up and down, fingers. Skanking. The crowd's going wild. I'd imagine a lot of girls that wear PLT also know who Burna Boy is, by the way, to be fair. Even though most of them, I guess PLT girls are usually kind of white, very Caucasian. I think they'll know who Burna Boy is. You'd imagine it. If they know who Stormzy is, they probably know who Burna Boy is. And there's a crowd. Oh, Naomi Campbell was there. I'm assuming just to see Burna Boy. I don't think she cares about PLT. Naomi Campbell was there to record Burna Boy performing. Fucking nice to see. Good vibes only at Naomi. And there's the caviar with the drinks. Look at that. Look, who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? Some sort of superstar. Big up PLT. Big up PLT going for the clean girl aesthetic, leaving the girlies behind. Leaving the girls on the estate behind. So it's courtesy of Fashion United. Pretty Little Thing unveils a rebrand to usher in a new elevated new era. British menswear retailer PrettyLittleThing, part of the Boohoo Group, has unveiled an ambitious new rebrand. Headed up by co-founder Umar Kamani, who returned to PrettyLittleThing last year. Okay, cool. I thought he left, so he came back and he thought, you know what, let's spruce things up again. He returned to PrettyLittleThing last year. The legacy in progress rebrand centers around celebrating the brand's heritage while also reimagining its future, stepping away from its fast fashion past into a contemporary womenswear brand. Okay, so they don't want to be seen as fast fashion anymore. They want to be seen as a contemporary womenswear brand. But that's a bit cheeky, isn't it? They're going to be charging contemporary womenswear brand prices, but they're going to have the quality of a fast fashion brand. That's a bit cheeky, you know? You have to decrease the polyester count a little bit. A little bit. You have to give us more than pleather. A little bit more than pleather. When Kamani returned, he stated that he would be put the needs and desires of the PrettyLittleThing customers at the forefront of every decision. In the statement, the brand said that the new vision captures the essence of the modern sophistication inspired by months of direct dialogue and feedback for its customers. I don't think they took to those customers that I saw on Instagram though. The customers I saw on Instagram comments, I don't think they were consulted. The customers on Instagram comments definitely weren't consulted because they are very clear. They absolutely hate this rebrand. They are very adamant and very clear. Look at the comments. Not y'all pulling old money rebrand. Well, every single thing you have made still be copped like a 14-year-old, selling sets together and not separately. Did the price just increase or did the quality increase as well? Did we scrap the model diversity too? It just seems so dull. Never thought I'd miss pink unicorns everywhere. I don't like it, and I think I've been back on the website a few times now. Gutted. BBL fashion is finally gone. So you just hopped on the old money train, drained the life out of the brand. Hopefully there's a place to leave reviews on items. Jesus Christ. This is definitely means the price is going up. Bring back the original PLT before it went all weird. We used to buy my whole wardrobe from you at one point, but haven't shopped with you in years. I want original pink fluffy unicorn PLT back. Just got the email and logged onto to see the beautiful stuff, but everything shown is on very slim models. Not feeling exclusive, sadly. It's giving Nada Kamani or Nada Kamani. Hope the quality of such material is elevated. It only got worse. Everything is just plain basics that are everywhere. I'm in love with the rebrand. Can you fix my return, please? Oh my god, I don't think the fans are happy. Kamani said, fashion has been incredible power to inspire, elevate, and transform. A legacy in progress is more than a rebrand. It's a movement that celebrates our customers' evolving style. I don't know about that. We're writing the next chapter of fashion history. We're just getting started. I wonder if this is in part most to do with the customers or to do with his desire to be seen as a proper designer. I wonder. Is it just more him wanting to be seen as a legit designer? So he wants to design more quote unquote what you describe as women's wear stuff, more contemporary stuff, more less trashy club wear stuff, because it probably doesn't have the same panache or isn't seen as the same sophistication as ready to wear. Maybe that's what it is. So he's not really that, you know, advertising or going towards the customer. It's mostly to serve his own interest. You never know. PrettyLittleThing rebrand places customers at the heart. The rebrand is a complete overhaul of the brand look and feel, from the logo design to the color palette, typography, website design, as well as the tone, voice, and the overall brand position. At the heart of the transformation is a reimagining of PrettyLittleThing's visual identity. This distinctive unicorn emblem, once a playful symbol in the bubblegum pink, has matured into a sophisticated heritage-inspired mark that marries the elegance and the historic coat of arms with a modern design. The new monochromatic look has been designed to pay homage to the craftsmanship and the luxury house emblems, while reimagining the unique spirit that has always set PrettyLittleThing apart. I don't know. If it was me, I wouldn't mind it. I would give it a go. If I trusted them beforehand, I trust them again, and I'd give this rebrand a go. I don't think it's that bad. I think the rebrand looks pretty nice. I'd wear most of the stuff personally if I was a lady. Some of the sweat sets really are really nice. Like, all this stuff is cute. I'd wear this. There's nothing wrong with this whatsoever. You know? Yes, the quality might not be great, but a lot of it's $50, $40, $20. Like, what? How much cheaper do you want this stuff? Like, do you know what I mean? You got a full set here with the shorts for $32. Like, how much cheaper can it actually be before it's like offensively cheap? You know? I don't know. You can cover your body for basically $30, $50. You got a jean set. Looks like the jeans here, which obviously are not going to be real, but regardless, 35. Kind of giving you a Luebe feel. Not too bad. Then you can spend all the money that you save on some good fragrances, makeup, skincare, hair, bags. Not too bad, man. That whole set is 32, I think. The heels look a bit cheap, so I'm probably not going for them for heels. But the basic in terms of clothes could be definitely worn. That's a very Zendaya-esque look here. That almond, herringbone, tailored short sleeve dress thing. There's some good shit here, man. A Celine-esque bag there. This black PU bucket tote bag. This looks horrible quality-wise, but again, you're probably better off buying real legit bags. You're saving money on all these clothes you're buying. Yeah, I quite like it. I like the little leather trim on this skirt here. That's actually quite nice. The asymmetrical top is also pretty cute. The stuff is good. I think the girlies are being a little bit mad for no reason. The stuff is actually pretty decent. Like, it's not too shabby. It's actually quite cool. It's actually quite cool if you give it a chance. You just need to give it a chance, girls. Give it a chance. The new complementing the logo is a reimagined woodmark, that reflects a modern take on the classic typography, blending timeless heritage with youthful design. There's also a major shift to the brand's color palette. On the brand's new website, PrettyLittleThing describes itself as a generation-defining style source for every kind of it girl, with the belief that the elevated fashion essentials should be available to all, from the basics and timeless to the contemporary and cutting-edge design with you in mind. Our unicorn, the unicorn, because we cater to the individual. No two people or wardrobes should ever be the same. Cool, man. I like it. New rebrand is showcased through 2 new collections. PLT label, which will offer new standard contemporary design with elevated touch, and the new beginnings of sophisticated collaboration modes. So I guess what I saw with the backdrop is the elevated. No, what I saw with the backdrop is the PLT label, and then the new beginnings and stuff I saw at the bottom. So all this is PLT label. This stuff with this kind of like brown, camo, khaki, cream sort of thing, and this is the new beginning, I guess, down below there. Okay. I like that. I like the rebrand. I'm not gonna lie. I like the rebrand. Also, social media, Kamani said, over the past 6 months, I've listened intently to everything you, our credible customers, have said. We've devoted ourselves to understanding where we've been. Step by step, we've refined, perfected, and redefined what PrettyLittleThing truly stands for. To celebrate the rebrand, PrettyLittleThing is headed to Paris Fashion Week, so it's an exclusive gathering which will showcase its new quiet luxury sensibilities. Okay, I love it. I'm all for it. Kamani, okay, I'm actually interested to see what people saying on his Instagram. I bet the comments on his Instagram are not good, right? Let's see if we can find, what's his name again? Something Kamani, right? Because I bet you the Instagram comments on his profile are not very encouraging. Where is he? There you go. Umar Kamani. Let's see, because I think he got recently married. I remember seeing pictures of those recently. So let's see what his Instagram says, because I imagine the PLT customers are probably letting him have it in the comments unless he silenced or has limited the comments. Let's see what they say in the comments. Let's see what they say here about Umar Kamani's PLT and whether or not he, let them down. Oh, he had an interview too with the guy from, wow, that's a full rebrand, bro. He sat down with, what's his face? I forgot the guy's name. And I guess they spoke about the rebrand and what they're going to be doing. What's the guy's name again? Steven something, right? He's crying on stage.
So there has to be something that was sort of unique to your perspective on fashion that the others weren't doing for you to have risen so quickly.
I didn't know what I was doing, Stephen, at the time. All I was doing is taking the best parts of everyone and putting them together. We are fearless. We're fearless again. While people are analysing, we were doing. And by doing, you know the answer quicker than the people who are analysing. I don't want to talk about other companies, but and we... Don't wind me up.
And how are you? How are you feeling?
I feel proud, I feel excited, a bit emotional actually as well. Yeah, because I didn't like where we got to. Thank you.
The fake tears is hilarious. Big up this guy, I like him, man. I like him.
Stephen.
I honestly like him, not gonna lie.
If I said, Umar, I want to be successful at PLT in this new PLT over the next couple of years, what advice would you give me to be successful here?
What I'd say is age doesn't matter. I want people to be able to grow at any level. It's not about how old you are, it's about how good you are. It's about how much you want it. That's what this is all about. That's what the rebrand's all about. It's just about redefining who we are. Like when people walk into the office on Monday, please try and fail. That's fine. If you don't try, and you analyse too long, someone else hungrier, faster is going to do it. You know, people talk about the old PLT. This PLT is going to be far better.
So why is he mentioning the age thing? That's a bit of a red flag for me. Why is he mentioning the age thing? Is that an issue they had at the company where everybody at the company was a certain age and they wouldn't hire people older, or people that were hiring were too old? That's a big red flag for me. So this looks like some sort of sit-down interview they did in front of the staff. So it sounds like, to me, reading between the lines, it sounds like a move that he made by himself. And it sounds like a lot of staff members may have left or very vocally raised their displeasure at this rebrand. This definitely sounds like something he done by himself with no encouragement. And everybody else just has to follow because he's the leader. It feels like he's trying to convince his employees about this new fucking clean girl aesthetic, this kind of quiet luxury thing they're trying to do. That's what it sounds like, because it sounds like he organized this Q&A interview thing, obviously for his staff and also to put on YouTube. Weird thing, isn't it? With Stephen, and by the way, Stephen Bartlett looks like he doesn't moisturize his face, isn't it? His face looks very dry, or maybe it's air conditioning. Like, it doesn't look like he's got any lip balm, no moisturizer on his face. Looks very, very, very dry. Anyway, the caption from him says, "Over the past 6 months, I've listened intently to everything you said. Incredible customers have it to say. We've devoted ourselves to understanding where we have been, where we are, and most importantly, where we're going. Step by step, we've redefined, perfected, and redefined what Pretty Little Thing truly stands for. Now we're ready to release the first phase of our work. This is far from complete. However, it marks the start of a new era. This week, I had the absolute privilege to welcome in my dear friend Stephen to join me on stage in front of our amazing PLT team and family. We had an emotional, powerful, deeply inspiring conversation about the future of this brand and our brand. And look at the moment, I'll never forget. Tomorrow we go live. Tomorrow we begin. Yeah, cool. This is definitely a thing that they did to convince the fucking fans or to convince the fucking customers and the employees. Funny, isn't it? And is he your friend if you're paying him to do this? God, imagine the Stephen Bartlett guy doesn't do this sort of stuff for free, you know? So interesting, isn't it? You pay your friends to host a platform thing. But yeah, man, big up him. I guess he's going for it. Actually, what did the comments say here? Actually, let's see what the comments say, because he's crying, so maybe people will feel bad for him and they won't want to talk badly about the new change. I was about to order something, but I'll wait till tomorrow. I need to hear this. Thank you. Quality garments, plus size garments, clothing recommendations, pivoting stores, up and coming talent, clothing, mature people. Good luck, PLT. Love this Umar. Looks like a good watch. Okay, cool. Everyone's being positive there. Let's see in this picture. Is it positive as well? An incredible evening. Looks so fresh. Okay, everything's positive so far here. Maybe just a brand site where they're being a bit negative. Here he is with Rosie Hudson. Oh wow, look all the celebrities that came out PLT night. Obviously you have to pay for his... Oh, the Burberry guy was there too. Daniel Lee. Do you think Daniel Lee quietly designed for them behind the scenes without putting his name to it? Is that possible? Is it possible that Daniel Lee may have designed quietly for PLT's rebrand? Daniel Lee, Burna Boy, and Naomi Campbell. A bunch of other celebrities who I don't recognize. I guess that's his wife there. Ed Sedgwick. I don't know who Leon Lee Haney is. There's Burna Boy with his DJ. Hold on, has that guy got a little bit of a... Oh, did that guy... I think that guy might have kissed a white girl, or he might have done some white stuff. There's a little bit of a patch underneath his nose. Can you see that? I think that guy may have lipsed somebody that was of Caucasian descent, or he may have shoveled some adult vitamins up his nostrils before the DJ set, because that's a very obvious white stain underneath his nose there. But big up Burna Boy wearing Skepta mains. I don't know who these people are. Who are this? This is, I guess, his wife and someone called Carmen. Is that Carmen? Yeah, big up Carmen. Anthony Joshua's there, and I don't know who Len Jackie is. What's her name again? Rosie Huntington Whiteley again. She's there. The guy in the suit I don't recognize. That model who I thought was whatever. I thought was Anok Yai. She's there as well with Anthony Joshua. Great to see. Okay, looks like a fun night, by the way. Maybe those are his brothers. Not too sure. Two of these DJs, by the way. Hail Zero DJs also performed there with them. And who are these lovely ladies? We don't know. More lovely ladies. Who are these people? That is just someone called J.S. Stokes. Who are these people? Jessica Adi and someone called Motsana something. I don't know how you say his name. Oh, the guy from Top Boy was also there. Michael Edward. Cool, man. I guess Pretty Little Thing rebrand is there. So if you want to purchase it, get along with it, do the thing. You see it there. The founder has Stephen Bartlett giving him an interview. He's crying on stage. Burna Boy was performing with his DJ. They had the red carpet event and ting. Fair play. The Burna Boy appearance was fucking random as fuck though, but really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Burna Boy appearance was random but really cool. That must have been a big moment for them. Don't know how they got that done. Must have been a long time coming, or they must have paid a bunch of money to do so. I wonder how much he charges, by the way, Burna Boy, for that little appearance. It's like a little set behind the DJ booth. Is that a couple of grand? Is that like couple 100,000 grand? Is that $1 million? I wonder how much that is to get Burna Boy to turn up at your event like that. Either way, big up Burna Boy, big up Pretty Little Thing, big up Burna Boy, big up Pretty Little Thing. Okie dokie, my friends. That's me. I'm out. Thank you for tuning in. It has been the Agostino Zinga Show, episode number 883. Thank you for tuning into the show. There might be another one just before the random show, so keep an eye out for it, because I need to fucking review a little bit of the new Tom Ford collection, which is fucking stupendous, and I've got a few more tabs to go through. But thank you for checking me out for now. I appreciate everybody that's here. Make sure you smash the like button down below if you enjoyed the show, you like what you see what you like. If it's your first time, check out the show via the audio side of the podcast. Make sure you leave me a 5-star review. That'd be greatly appreciated. For those of you who are watching this via the podcasting apps and are wondering what my tune of the day is today, well, I'll let you know. It's Rachel Chinouriri, Can We Talk About Isaac? An amazing little tribute to her husband, I'm assuming, part of a new EP that's dropping very soon. You know I'm a big fan of Rachel Chinouriri, so make sure you check that out. That'll be playing underneath my voice. And for everybody else, take care, be safe. Don't leave if you don't want to leave on this stream. It will be a random show. It's going to be happening later on at 11 p.m. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. But for now, take care. Peace.